And we're live. Okay, so it's Tuesday. Hey, Google, what's the date?
It is Tuesday, the 26th of November, 2019.
Trying to get closer to the mic there. Some videos that I start off, I say, you know what, this one's just going to be a content video and a sort of long stream. Got a bunch I want to do. Um, but then I get into this long tirade where I spend the first few minutes talking, and since most of the viewers out there in digital land, what's that big boy? Are my family, my mom, my brother, my cousin, and the way in the other side of the office there. Might as well just sort of share a little bit about where things are at. I'm happy to see, let me pull up in the analytics here. I'm happy to see growth. It's a moving target. So when you first do your first stream ever on YouTube, you say, why am I doing this? Why would I want to go live? And I think primarily, since it's a moving target, I wanted to create more engagement with our Facebook groups where I originally had started the groups. Hey Bear, how you doing? I'd originally started our groups because there wasn't enough focus on React and some of the larger groups I was on. The 30,000 plus groups get a lot of spam or some dumb questions that could be Googled, or I just didn't feel like I could really learn anything deeper other than what was kind of like the news of the day for React. React with Express, React Native, what's going on with this or that, kind of get the high level. And I wanted to find a community where I could actually talk React. And since then, I found stuff like that. Thanks to Victoria, she kind of showed me Reactive Flux over on Discord, which is just really, really engaged and well moderated. Then, of course, we've got our React JS Live channels, which I'm just going to go click on over here. And there you go. So I need to update the artwork so it can be React.js Live. But notice we got the URL, facebook.com/group/React.js Live. And in a little bit, I might take the time to go ahead and put this live feed. Hey, don't click the keyboard, bud. I might promote this feed live and just get more watchers on the Facebook side of it. And what that does do is it does kick up we'll talk about the algorithms a lot because that's a big part of, what we're working with nowadays. But what am I doing? Like when I go live, I think it's marketing. I think it's not only self-marketing, but it's marketing for our groups, and it's an opportunity to drive the algorithms. So we're marketing to the algorithms because more engagement, more shares, more views, more clicks in Facebook drives the algorithm to recommend our group to more people. Then we get more people into the group. Now, I'm not looking at just a high numbers game. If you take a look at the way I moderate take a look at React.js Live, there's just a queue of people that haven't filled out anything. So guys, we live in a knowledge society now as one of the industries, and there's plenty of places you can go to get information. Um, Being autodidactic, you can learn a lot of things. But it's also currency. If you click like or you follow somebody or you comment, you're creating engagement. The algorithms pick it up. So same as me. Like I learn information from folks out there. Some of the SEO groups I joined, which are I realized and it dawned on me today. Search engine optimization, though not the most exciting form of marketing. It's not advertising directly. It's not, hey, make an advertisement and put it on YouTube or make an advertisement and put it on Google Ads. It's not quite the same, but it is a form of marketing. And the folks in that industry, which I'm a part of that industry as well, they really are promotional. They really are promoting themselves. And that's where I kind of got into the idea of, hey, you know what? I'm going to go live. I'm going to bring this to the Facebook groups the one that I at least started here. And then I kind of realized that, some things like the Facebook groups are kind of dry. You can see some amazing posts where you're like, that post got 5 whole likes or 50 whole likes, or maybe it's really valid. And then you go look at the information on the post and you go, what a great post. But it's also like very dry, to just kind of be on a journey to learn a technology like React, but not have anybody to really talk to, not really see any videos where people are just kind of like, I'm trying to figure this out and I can't understand it. It's always some video of like one person who's just seems to be so knowledgeable, and they are about the technology, and those videos have a place too. But I wanted to document my journey with React, along with creating an olive branch, as they say, maybe, or just sort of like an opportunity, a platform for people who are also learning React. And I'm even talking experts. They must learn something new about React every day, and then also on all the way down to beginners. So I get some requests every so often to just do a basic video React from scratch, and I'll just jump right into whatever I'm working on. So what I'm going to do today with this long content video is just really use the energy of my coffee to just kind of talk, practice that video skill set that I think is so important nowadays, and sort of put myself out there and I have fun. I really think that a lot of these videos that I make and I go live, I go, you know what, this one's just another really long, drawn out video where I'm like, the content really doesn't match the title as much as it could. I saw a comment on, I think it was Miguel Coder's site, Facebook, no, YouTube post the other day, and someone had actually commented, hey, this is really great about databases, but I had to watch till 7 minutes till I got your information. And I thought to myself, I mean, look, I'm not really giving out he actually, Miguel is really hands-on. He focuses on details and go ahead and go watch him. And I've watched some of his stuff, but I think that like that's not what I'm here to offer. What I'm creating is a platform for people to brand themselves, market themselves, talk with us, each other about React and not be afraid to just learn more about it. Like this whole silo world we live in where, hey, there's a perfect post, go off by yourself and figure it out. Go off by yourself and make a to-do app. Go try to get a job and have like a really tough time doing it because nowadays there's just too much systematization in silos. Like if you go and you put your resume on LinkedIn, they're going to send you automated spam replies where it's like, we loved your resume, would you like to talk next week? Until I picked up my clients that I have now, I looked at it a year ago and said, okay, I want to get a consulting contracting gig. And so I put my resumes out there. Everybody's like, oh, we love you, we love you. But just go through our mill of basically like a system of doing all this thing that we've got 50 other people, like sometimes as many as 100 other applicants that they're milling through their automation piece where first you're talking to a recruiter who has no idea what they're talking about. And you know what? If there's a recruiter watching this and they see this video and they don't want to work with me, I don't care because I'm glad that your industry exists. But I mean, I remember when recruiters actually did take time to look at your resume. I remember when recruiters would take your resume and actually modify it for you and try to really help you get a job. Nowadays, they've gotten most of them, so lazy that they hand you over and they say, go work on your resume, go change it this way, go do that. They're not doing anything. And maybe they're going to lunch with like hiring managers and stuff, and they don't. And when I say they're not doing anything, they're not even bothering to Google what is React. Like, and that's what I'm saying is like, what are they doing? Why do we need them? We don't. We've got so many software systems, and I'm not trying to generalize and say that we don't need recruiters, but I mean, I really think that the recruiters should start doing a better job than just acting like, hey, I met someone, they seem like they're technical, doing all the nice smiles, wasting everybody's time, including mine or yours. If you've spent a lot of time learning these technologies, writing code and examples, making videos about the stuff, only to meet someone who's in the middle who's going to make a really good coin off of you and charge a really big fee, and yet they don't work on your resume. They don't give you any kind of tips about anything like, oh well, I know this client and maybe talk about this or that. They're not trying to help you get the job. They're just throwing stuff over the fence in hopes that something sticks and makes some easy money and then move on to the next because they're focused on the revenue. Good for them. They make a lot of money. And it's a really hot shot thing to do and you know what else they help do is squeeze the amount of money that we make as technologists and take their margin. I mean, I think that their money has gone up over the past 5 to 10 years and what they earn because of the way that they're systematizing using systems like LinkedIn and automated tools and Calendly and just being really rude by putting people who spend a lot of money and time to learn this stuff and then put them through a mill. So I didn't just go live to start talking about the state of the hiring these days, but if you go read on Reddit and you look at where everything's at, and I look back at my career, you could put your resume out with honesty. Hey, I honestly did these things. Hey, I honestly care about these technologies. Hey, I'm a good person to work with. And that was enough. But nowadays they've gotten this like NFL recruiting or like pro baseball recruiting mentality where it's like I'm gonna go get you the most genius XYZ and X and I'm gonna make them jump through 50 hoops just to ghost them or just to tell them no thanks, we pick somebody else and just to serve everybody up. You know, like when you go to have sushi, you can order one plate of sushi and you can be full. But nowadays, recruiters are using automated systems where they're bringing like, and I guess the analogy is sushi, but they're bringing like 10 qualified candidates who are super great, and they're bringing them for one role, and they're putting up in front of the client, and they're making these people go the extra mile, do a lot of extra stuff that takes their time, and then the person gets told, no, sorry, you're not a match, and then that really hurts. It's like, wait a second, are you kidding me? That I spent my time, I went on 4 interviews, and on the fifth one, your client really wasn't even hiring. They were just going through the motions to see if they could find the NFL draft pick of the year and maybe they'll throw him on their team. Why did you waste their time? Well, you know, and recruiters are all about time. When I talk to them on the phone for more than 15 minutes, why does it feel like I feel rushed, like I'm taking away their valuable time? Like we're the talent, guys. So if you're seeing this video, I don't care if it's my mom, my brother, my cousin, and Noe in the back, and one developer, it's up to us to change back and continue to don't let the recruiting industry flatten our salaries and dictate what we get paid and take bigger margins and do less service. Make them work for what we're doing or don't work with them at all. It is ridiculous the amount of money that they can make. And I don't mind having middlemen or middle women get in the middle of what we're doing. But when you ask me if I know React or JavaScript or whatever, did you not read my resume? Did you not see my interviews with Microsoft team like from like a few years back? Did you not see on social media the groups that I've started? Like, why am I wasting my time talking to you? And so I understand that nowadays, like, it's really flattened. It's like, good luck if you're a junior developer getting a junior gig. They're going to tell you, they're going to want to hire you for a senior role and give you the title, maybe, or just even like just mid tier. And there's the junior role, it's gone. And nowadays, they're going to pay you junior rates. And that's just tough. Like, I've had some friends of mine who know one particular technology well, and then they go and they get a job, and they're not getting paid what they would have gotten paid 5 years ago. The recruiters are probably making too much money. They're not doing enough for what they're getting paid. And you know, the hiring managers out there, there's smarter ones out there. They're learning how to just kind of hire themselves, but they're also doing their own certain amount of song and dance and systematization. So it's my hope that someday technology is able to match a person with a company better than having all these middle folks in the middle and all these hoops you got to jump through. And because if this is how it is now in 2019 and it continues to get worse, meaning like there's no end to the diatribes on Reddit with people who have got like a decade years experience and there's just people out there hiring or asking for like this huge menu of experience and it's just it makes no sense. So I don't know why I'm even on this point. I didn't mean to go live and talk about this. In fact, let's just forget that this happened. I'm going to close out this video and start a new one, okay? No, I'm just kidding. So I don't know. I'm talking a little bit extreme and now I'm way off point, but I'm just saying like I make these videos about myself just like you should that are to make the digital resume. So you can kind of see that like if we're gonna work together in the future, whether you be a hiring manager or a recruiter or a client of mine, you're gonna know that I know how to talk and I can talk to other developers. And in fact, I often become a tech lead. But it isn't about me in these particular videos. I have a voice for all of us developers. Now, maybe not everyone agrees. There's folks out there who are going to go spend 50 to 200 hours learning algorithms and data structures, and I'm interested too. I'm going to pick that up as long as I've gotten stronger on React. I'm going to do some apps, work with some folks, and I've really fallen in love again with working with developers and talking technology. This React.js live channel, it's become there was different reasons I started it. It was to get people engaged on the groups, to start going live and talk to them about React. Of course, I want to learn it, but I wanted them to have a platform too. But now I'm also realizing that I've really enjoyed talking to other developers because there's this in the normal world where you go work at a company, you got to work. You know, you guys can talk at lunchtime about technology, but this React.js live thing has really brought me closer to our community on Facebook, and also we now have Discord and a little bit on YouTube too. So Anyways, so that's my rant. I like to do a 7 or 10 minute rant. I don't think it's going to help my career at all. In fact, I think if recruiters see some of my videos, they're going to be like, I don't want to work with him. And there's going to be some hiring managers that go, well, look, he's put a lot of time in on going live and doing these videos. What's it going to be like when we hire him? Truth be told, I do most of the actual live coding conversations on the weekends. Okay, go figure. Now, right now, I have clients, and they're my own clients, and I can kind of set my own schedule. So when I'm in the mood, something's on my mind, or there's something I want to take care of, going live helps me do a couple things. Sharpen my skills, which we're about to do, but then sharpen your skills because you can request and you can take a look at stuff, and then start to build an audience and say, hey guys, now you know who Chad Collins is. You know, like you can't help but automatically brand yourself when you start to go live. Now I see some of you out there, you're making your YouTube channels and they're branded, and I get that. And the same as me, like the React.js Live channel may have my face all over it, but it doesn't have my name on it. But I also stream to my Chad Collins YouTube channel. So you always have that opportunity for people to go just see your channel. And one of these days, I may go back out into the market and put my resume back out there, and I'll probably take some of my videos offline and make them really succinct. I'll do a digital live video and say, this is my digital resume. Because again, just like posts and blogging and all that other stuff nowadays, it's so dry and so siloed and so clicked. And it's so like, even when if I see a post, I'm like, I see a lot of comments and likes. That used to impress me differently than it does now. And it's also in the moment. It just kind of checks a box. It goes, this person is able to blog and they got some friends in the technology, and there you go, and whoop de doo. But at the end of the day, we've got to work with each other and we've got to get things done and we've got to be cool to work with. So I recommend, if you are interested in going live, that you talk to me and you go ahead and join our live code conversations, mostly on Saturdays and Sundays. And that's going to give you an opportunity to share with the world who you are. Our React.js platform, I've got the screen share going right here, our React.js live, which I'm just talking all over. I mean, certainly this video will get pulled, right? By the time we get to our thousands video, we'll be like, let's ditch the videos in the beginning where Chad was just babbling about whatever. But I'm creating content, and you can even see the real-time activity has gone up 1 point while I started. Now it's a game of points, and that's just the way it's going to be in the modern digital age. Is that these platforms that we use for free are also making us work with their algorithms and work with their point systems. How you doing, buddy? So before I get started, and I don't know if anybody's watching this or who's gonna watch this later. You're a big boy. I'm gonna and don't worry, okay? We're gonna hang out. Come here. I've got to come here, bud. Okay, don't cry. Well, you're such a crybaby. He's a little bit of a sissy, and I like him for it. He's a sweet boy. You're a good boy. Good boy. So this is Bear, and Bear's one of our rescues here on the property, and he is definitely adoptable, and he is a sweet boy. He does get a little bit, he needs hugs a lot, and he's a cuddler. And the reason why I've got him on the camera here is because I really want to see Bear. He's one of my dogs too. I love him. He's Bear. He looks like a polar bear. No, yeah, is that right? A polar bear? No, panda bear. That's what he's got the colors. But Bear is a sweet boy and a really good dog and really athletic. But he's kind of he's been a little bit whiny because if he doesn't like cuddle with me at night, and remember we've got 24 other dogs we've rescued, he's just not getting the kind of attention that maybe Bear really wants. So he does get hugs and love and lots of food, and he gets to play in the yard. He's with his brothers because we always rescue packs and whatnot. But Bear is a good dog. He's just a little bit over a year old. I think he's full grown, and he sure could use a home. So he's going to be fine here if he never gets adopted. And I'm not just saying like get rid of him tomorrow. But if you know somebody that's got a nice yard and they like black and white dogs, which I love the colors myself, and a really sweet boy, really loyal, and definitely a hugger, I'm gonna let you down, okay, boy? Don't cry. Oh, you silly boy. He's a little bit furry. Um, you're up for adoption, huh? You're a good boy. What are you so silly, huh? Okay, so come on, let me let you back down. All right, I have. He's a little bit hairy. He might be a better outside dog, but not too bad. His hair's it's easy to brush off. Um, that's Bear. So got my rant out of the way. I got you some of his hair is furry. I showed you guys Bear. We take a look at the analytics here a little bit, and I'm definitely creating content. Like I've got the opportunity thanks to the nearshore development office that we've created as a team. I've got decades of experience in the industry, and I find myself doing coaching and mentorship with some of the new developers coming on the scene, and even people that have been in it for a little while, but the parts of that part of their career that they're just unfamiliar with that isn't in books, that is not in books, and things like that. You can just talk to me. I mean, go read some books. You'll get some ideas, but nothing like talking to a seasoned professional. Which I remember it wasn't long ago I was on the other side of it, but I've been through some big acquisitions. I've sold companies. I've worked for startups that have millions. I've worked for startups from home that had nothing, and we grew out of the profits. You need some water, buddy? I'm gonna get this guy some water in a minute and do a little bit of an intermission video. So if you see me going live and just kind of babbling and the title is not the same, I'll try to get in the habit of putting go to this part of the video to see the full part we're talking about. But my real strategy is that I'm gonna take a midstream clip and I'm gonna say and I'm gonna just work on one particular thing. Like, let me show you what I'm saying. Barry is so cute. You have pretty eyes. If we go over here, I let the folks know in our Discord, one of our few different Discords. Let me fix myself up here a little bit for the go live. This is like the pre-show wrap up. No, this is the pre-post. Post is after. The pre-show planning live. So we're getting. I said here on our GitHub, which is React View GitHub Discord. This is React View Angular JavaScript Node HTML plus CSS. And I'm gonna play a little music in the background. Yesterday's video was a little bit loud, and I was like ruined the video, but hopefully I've got it down lower this time. Non-royalty free music, y'all. Proudmusiclibrary.com. Okay, cool. So getting ready to make some content. Today is a continuation. I'm looking to build out the reactjslive.com website. The way that I develop is that I do a lot of research and then I really, really feel like I gotta know it. Then I embody what it is. Then I ask some experts if I know them. And then I just get ready. And then one day the dam breaks and I just do it. So we're really close right now. The reason why I'm kind of holding off on the reactjslive.com content build is because someone over on another Discord that I'm at said, "Hey, check out this guy's video about SEO content building before you make even one scratch of content." So he kind of got me hanging where I'm going to go watch that video again. But I know that there's going to be, it's okay to make some pages. So we'll work on the side a little bit. And boy, you're kind of a little hairy today, Bug. I need to brush them. And then we're going to update the React Electron app. I use that tool and I need to make it a little bit better as we go to do advertising. And again, like going back to my rant in the beginning of this video, it feels not so great to talk poorly about the state of the industry nowadays, but efficiency tools to bring people together should not turn people into quick 5 second, hey, how you doing? Okay, you suck. I'm gonna ghost you. Hey, how you doing? Like this is not a used car sales type of a deal. These are people with like solid skills in their career. And I'll tell you, when I've done my hiring in the past for my teams, I look for, hey, do you have the foundations? But I look for personality. That's the way I do my hiring is I'll sit someone down and say, here's the goal. Go ahead and do it. Use Google. Let's see what you do. Go, you just get after it. I tell them no Google and start asking them questions. I mean, who's running around with everything in their head? Sometimes I forget my own darn phone number by one number because I got so many things I'm working on and I got to switch context. So that's not fair to people that are really good at what they do. And so by going live and creating React.js Live and having the projects that we do, we control, at least in that domain, the ability to make cool things and do it our way. And we're cutting out all the people who want to get involved and we get to make great technology. So if you've got a project that you want to do and make it part of the series, Barry, you're so hairy. Then we're going to do that and we're going to make cool stuff and we're going to learn great technology. So a little bit about about all over the road intro here. Also, I plan to make a short video on how to make a React app. So at some point, I'm going to do Hey, how you doing? I'm Chad from React.js Live, and we're gonna make a React app. And then I'm gonna go Google some stuff, and it might be a little bit long, and then I might do it one more time and actually just make it real quick, so I can have a this longer video, which is basically for the algorithms and anybody who feels like flipping me on and watching me in the background for gosh knows what reason. But there'll be some clips that I can clip out and say, here, go to this timeline and here's a separate video, go check it out. Because we've had some requests, for the beginners, for people who are new to React. So for you experts or you intermediate folks who are deep into React, I don't expect you to sit through 20 minutes of this stuff, and nor do I want you to. You've got plenty of other things that you could be doing, including building your own content, building your own code, looking up posts, Facebooking around about React, whatever you're going to do. But so some areas I need to get stronger at. I keep focusing on these, and I read the docs, and I read the posts, and I see examples. But it's not until I need to use it do I really get it. So I need to get better at the use state paradigm in React. And I'm like, right now, I'm going to tell you guys, like I say in every video. In fact, I joked with my group today and no one LOL'd, so maybe it wasn't funny. But as for clickbait, for like marketing, I want to make a video called I Suck at React. And in the body of it, it's like, yes, this is a clickbait video. And maybe I do suck at React, depending on who you are, but I can at least make an application. Lately, it's been using Next.js. And why do that? To try to understand what the algorithms are, at least what if I could own on YouTube the keywords I suck at React and it has a million views? I didn't do a query on how popular that is, and maybe that's not what the game is, and maybe that's not best for the React.js live platform to have a video like that. But like, look at this. Let's do a search here. I suck at React. What comes up? How do men react to harassment? What? Change my mind. Country music sucks. Reacting to an awful React channel. Oh, that looks interesting. Wait, what? Oh, like a guy does a video, and this guy reacts, and then this guy reacts, reacting to the guy who reacted, but it's not about React.js. So let's say if I go, I suck at React.js. JavaScript community is madness. Node.js is stupid, and if you use it, so are you. I remember this video. It's only had 200,000 views. So I'm not sure I want to go viral with I suck at React and there's my face and I'm like, I suck at React. But it'd be fun to see how the algorithms handle it. This is why maybe I'll wear a disguise or something. This is why web components suck. Cool. React.js. The best way to learn React? Complete noobs. So someone asked me to do like a React video, and I'm just kind of like, there's so many, but someone wants the basics, so that's going to be on the list today too. Some other areas that'll be coming soon, and maybe even I'll touch on them today, depending on how long my coffee lasts, how long till I need lunch, how long our one viewer, I think my mom drops off by now, drops off the feed. But I'm going to go ahead and at some point I'm going to share the links around. I'm kind of hopeful no one's doing like online because basically, remember, I do this for the data. Now, I haven't yet seen our watch time update, but it's been weird because like one day will go by and it doesn't move, but the next day goes by and it's like goes up 70 hours. So I've already told everybody in our groups out there, the number one way you can pay it forward to help our React.js Live group become more than it is to turn on the videos and let them play. Go to our YouTube channel and click video all and just let them run, because the watch time is going to help us get to that 4,000 hour mark. And in the past couple of weeks, we've gotten to here. I know it's a repeat message, but I need to keep letting you guys know that if we want our group in Facebook's React, if we want our React.js Live group to have something special that all the others don't offer, which they do offer stuff, then we need to grow this YouTube channel. We'll be able to monetize at some point, find some advertisers, do live things, buy better things, better bandwidth, better reshares. All of these things you guys can participate in. This isn't just about me sitting here and just making up video. But it is kind of in the early days, a great way to shake up the YouTube algorithm. So when I'm talking about search engine optimization, a lot of it I'm talking about YouTube. Facebook has a search engine, and so does Google. So we really got to understand as developers when we're branding or marketing ourselves or working on stuff or working on teams, we got to know how this stuff works, right? And you guys can help me help React.js Live help the algorithms work for us rather than us work for them. So that's going to help by you guys smashing that like button. And if you, hey, let me ask Google. Hey Google, what does smash that like button mean?
On the website Quora.com, they say, saying smash that like is basically just asking your viewers to give you a thumbs up and like your video.
Hey Google, say smash that like button.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Google won't repeat what I say and just tell her to say. That's too bad. But we got to get her to say some other cool stuff. Hey Google, are you familiar with reactjslive.com?
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Hey Google, can you go to the website reactjslive.com?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Paid a lot
But
of
my
money
team
for
is
this thing.
helping me learn.
Paid a lot of money for this little girl, this little Google girl, and she doesn't want to help. What else could we ask her? We could ask her what React is, but she basically reads Wikipedia. Hey Google, do you know what Angular is?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. Angular is a TypeScript-based open-source web application framework led by the Angular team at Google and by a community of individuals and corporations. Angular is a complete
Whatever. Enough of that crap. We already did the React one, but let's encode it into the video because it's going to help some of the keywords. The transcribing of videos also helps the YouTube SEO. Hey Google, can you tell me what React.js is?
According to Wikipedia, React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. It is maintained by Facebook and a community of individual developers and companies.
I got a Skype call. Hello? Hello. I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you. They hung up. I think that's that recruiter number. Let's see, what do we got here? I'm just all over the board. Hope you're doing great. I just wanted to touch base with you regarding potential projects on subtitling, transcription. Okay, yeah, no. Um, that's cool. Everybody's got to market themselves, right? Okay, so we've burned a lot of time, but like the size of the videos really do matter. I know that no one's really tuned in yet. I haven't really cross-marketed us. We're definitely feeding to our four technology channels. Let's see if I can remember them: the JavaScript, the Node, the React, and now we've got the Electron channel. I'm going to bring up the Electron app that I use for marketing. So, a nice, easy way to work with stuff that's visual is to use the GitHub desktop. I mean, I'll start to do more command line stuff again to show off that I can do it and actually to get stronger with it. But there's a lot more safety nets when you use, so we got React.js Live. Yesterday's video, we did a little bit of, we're going to migrate from using a jQuery HTML app over to a React Electron app. And I believe that that's what this React Live is. That might be our website. I really need to organize these names right because everything's like React Live, React Live. Here's the React Live Electron. So if I right click on that and I say open in Visual Studio Code, it'll start up with the PowerShell terminal. And let me get the screen a little bit, got a big focus on myself, I guess, on the video. Let's make myself a little bit smaller and we're going to kind of get into some of this stuff. I'm already getting hungry. I feel like I've wasted so much time just babbling about recruiters and random stuff, but you just never know what channel is helpful, what channel content is helpful. So this was our React.js Live Electron. It's kind of legacy because it's not really Electron. It needs to migrate what's in there over to good old React, and that's going to require some hacking and some like serious stares at the screen and a lot of I don't knows. So before we jump into that, we're going to do some high level simple stuff. Let me bring my keyboard a little bit closer. You've been a good boy, Bear. So yeah, so yeah, let's go look again. So we have React Live, we have was it React.js diagrams? Let's go to recent. React Live, Electron React, Electron with Create React app. So we got that, we got that. Okay, to this one. This is the one under recent React.js Live Electron. Let's open that in Visual Studio Code. We'll just open everything. It didn't seem to work. React.js Live Electron with Create React app. That's not it. We migrated. Did we not? Please stand by as I show that I did not prepare at all. Electron React, I thought that was you. This music is annoying the hell out of me. I can't believe I can't use like real music in the background of our videos. Okay, this is it. So we did. Bear, I can't play right now. I love you, boy. Okay, to start up this application, I believe. Oh gosh, Bear. Bear, stop. To start up this application, you do npm. What do they know? They go yarn. I think it was run dev. I have to read the docs. Let's go to the README. Bear, you're gonna knock stuff over? Bear, don't do it. Bear. Okay, you're not a lapdog, Bear. Bear, stop. You're such a sweet boy. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, if you guys know a good home for Bear, we have 24 rescues here, and we give him lots of love. But I would love to see Bear get his own little yard with a big family and be the center of their world. We sure do give him a lot of attention, but he could use some more. Go ahead and take a nap, buddy. Don't do the keyboard though. That's for me. Okay. npm run dev says right there. So back to npm run dev. I could have swore it said yarn run dev too. There's another branch. Why does this? Well, something not looking right. Let's just see what happens. npm run dev. React.js Live, baby. Okay, so it's going to start up. It's going to call React first, and then from there it's going to start the React side of things, and it's really kind of helps group it all together. So you can see here that yesterday I made a small change to run a web view that actually goes to our new website that we're going to be working on too, that was made with Next.js and React. And I should update the title of this to Making Stuff Live with My Dog Needing a Lot of Attention. So yeah, if anybody in the United States wants to have Bear dropped off, I will get him to your yard, and he is a sweet, sweet boy. Here, take a look in the camera, boy. Let's see who's watching. I know my mom's not going to adopt you, but are you okay, Bug? Did you not? I gave you lots of food and love. Oh, you're such a sweet boy. All right, so that's the app. And we're going to do a little bit of the migration too. And now everybody knows my secret. I'm just creating long tail videos that are over an hour long. And hopefully there's going to be a certain amount of our community that do like the people that come on regularly. Like when Mario comes on. Are you okay, bud? When Mario comes on, I love you too. He gets a lot of views because he's a really interesting guy, and him and I tell some jokes, and we're working on like not that tough of technology, also some React stuff. So I'm hoping to find more talent to add to the channel who bring us more views because ultimately I'm a marketing person and a dog lover, dude. I'm gonna have to let you down. Okay, I can't see the screen and I can't work. Okay, are you good? What are you doing? Are you good? What are you doing? All right. I'm gonna take you live on our not-for-profit channel, okay, bud? Let me let you down. Good boy. Bear's 1 year old. He listens really well. Sweet, sweet boy. So yeah, the nice thing I like about Electron, I don't care if this video is all over the road. This is just like live work, live whatever. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make clips like the cut clips that they do, where it's like cut, 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 and you get something out of it. Um, I'm just going live to try to stay focused because if I was to go work on all the stuff for React.js live, live off live, then and just show up with it, I mean, you kind of miss out on some of the story. You miss out on creating the content, and or if you wanted to video produce some of it, then you got to really sit down and you got to structure it, and it's not as fun. So let's just keep it fun. So we officially have a Electron React app, and I believe it's public. Let me double check on GitHub. I'll try to get the path. I think it's this Electron Show and Explorer. I wonder if I can get the GitHub URL command. Let's see that. Let's get the GitHub. What is the GitHub command to see the remote URL? Now, a lot of you guys know this stuff already, and so I'm just really showing my hands here. There we go. Remote.original URL. Git config dash git. Let's paste that. I'm in the directory. There it is. So for all y'all watching the video who are on the Electron side, who are the enthusiasts, or that I saw somebody was actually on our group, our Electron group, that you're actually building a CMS and you're using Electron. That's super rad. I love Electron. I've built some really tough stuff with it. In fact, so there's the URL if you want to go get a copy of whatever I'm going to put together here. But primarily, this is going to be a marketing tool that uses a bunch of web views. I'm going to add React Bootstrap to it. I'll probably do that in a few minutes. And that'll be so that I can work with some of the UI components that I'm familiar with, like the tab control. I'll use a tab control and basically act as different pages. And on those pages, I'll set up like particular web views, cascading, much like the one I showed you yesterday, so that I can have like n number of web pages up and basically write a special invite message to each one for when we go live. Because as our channel grows and people come on and they want to do development, I'm going to want to at least I'll be the one, or I'm going to train someone and say, here's the tool, write a special message to each group and invite them to the live feed. So I'm going to be building that tool. And then also, of course, you can see the domain name, welcome to reactjslive.com right there. And then along the way, I'll be learning things that I know that I'm soft at personally as a React developer. But because of our group size and everybody who's out there who knows stuff, man, if you see I have a question, I'll figure out a message board where we can just ask questions. But lately we've been doing our Discord. So I'm going to do something kind of interesting here, and I'm going to switch up and I'm going to say, I've been using tinyurl.com a lot, but when you use tinyurl and you get a little alias, it permanently makes it that, I believe. I don't know if they expire or not, but you can't change them. So what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to use my chadcollins.com domain, and I'm going to create pages in a directory called tinyurl, or maybe I'll just call it like TU. And then inside of there, I'll put redirect pages that I can control, probably just like a meta refresh redirect page. So that way that when I send these things around for people to utilize, I can redirect those in the future. So let's do that. Trying to think how the best to do that. Again, let's go over to GitHub, desktop app, and I'm going to look for the Chad Collins. What are you chewing, buddy? You hungry? I think my dog is thirsty. So I don't particularly have this down. And like while this is going on, I just love getting in the mood to go live. I watch this really corny stuff called Smash That Like Button. And I might be the only one out there liking this guy, Leon Lush, but we all gotta have our mentors, and he's been on YouTube 10 years. And his original videos is him sitting there like, if you want to learn SEO. And now he's just like totally in your face. And in my opinion, sometimes really funny. And he does reaction videos. So it's not exactly the React we're talking about, but I think I call it, oh my God, guys. Guys, I'm going to let that play for a minute while I go intermission. Feed my dogs. Coffee update. So enjoy this video. Let me see if I can bring this audio up. Why is this so low? Watch out, bug. I'm going to get some water. Come on. Get down. Let me just, sorry, I gotta start it over for y'all. I'm gonna bring the OBS up and I'm gonna bring the volume up.
Guys,
Smash that like button,
hold
guys.
the phone, Leon. What the hell are you doing out there?
I'm
I'm just trying out a new style of content that has been proven to work quite well. I wish you would just give me a chance.
gotta stop this.
Okay, I'll play along. What do you got?
This kind of
You're never gonna believe it, guys. I was just walking through this park. It's so crazy. Guys, check this. Guys, y'all not gonna believe what I found, guys. I was just walking through my own backyard on my early morning jog, guys, like I always do, guys. And I found something crazy, guys. You're not gonna believe this, guys. Yo, guys, if you want to see what I found, guys, you gotta smash that like button for me. Guys, if you want to smash that like button for me, please smash that like button, guys. Whoa. Hold the phone, Leon. What the hell are you doing out there? I'm just trying out a new style of content that has been proven to work quite well. I wish you would just give me a chance. Okay, I'll play along. What do you got? You're never gonna believe it, guys. I was just walking through this park. It's so crazy. Guys, check this out, guys. Monkey in the tree, guys. Monkey in the tree. I found a monkey in the tree, guys. My guys, monkey in the tree, guys. It's fucking crazy, guys. I can't even. I'm running from the grass, guys. I'm running from the grass. Look at this. Look at the grass, guys. Look at the grass, guys. Look at the grass, guys. Look. Please stop. The grass is touching my feet, guys. The grass is touching my feet. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I can't believe this shit's happening, bro. I can't believe. Look at that. Holy fucking fence. Fence, guys. There's a fence. Look at the fence post, guys. Sup, you beautiful bastards. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Welcome back to the Leon Lush Franco Show, and let's just jump into it.
Guys, y'all will not believe what I just found, guys. I was walking through the park on my early morning jog, guys, and I came across something crazy, guys, right in the middle of a park, guys. You guys are not going to believe what I found. If you guys want to see what I found right now, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button right now, because my discovery is insane, guys. You will not believe this. I cannot believe myself. Everybody smash the like button right now to see what I just found, guys.
All right, so now you've had a quick glimpse into where my intro came from, and honestly, you've got a little idea of what we're up against in today's video. But before I talk about that disaster, I want to talk about something that I actually love, and that is having the time and the resources available to make these videos for you guys. So one of the driving factors behind me making these videos is being able to have sponsors that work with creators like myself. That's why I am thrilled to introduce you guys to today's video sponsor, War Robots. Now you have a way to support the Tomato Mafia without spending a dime and having fun while you're doing it. All you have to do is click the link below in my description and play a free game. War Robots is a free-to-play 6v6 tactical robot warfare game. It features a massive selection of robots to choose from, and most importantly, it's fun to play. I myself have been having a blast playing as the Fury robot. He's got long-range power, he's got 3 upgradable sniper-style weapons, and it really suits my style of long-range play. With over 70 million players worldwide, stunning graphics, and a ton of maps and upgrades available, War Robots offers countless hours of fun and an unparalleled mobile gaming experience. When you download War Robots via my link below, you receive a free bonus pack that unlocks the powerful Leo robot, which is pretty fitting considering, I mean, boom. But you also get 4 upgraded weapons, 100 gold, and 400,000 silver to spend on whatever upgrades you want. This will give you a massive advantage to help you start owning noobs right off the bat. So if you like fun games and you want to help me continue to make videos like these, use your iPhone or Android and click that link below in the description and download War Robots today. Now, shifting gears here back towards content that's not fun and free to play like War Robots is, I recommend getting your cyanide pills on deck because we are headed into the trenches and it's going to be a battle. Introducing Eli Socre, a YouTuber slash modern day revolutionary, in all honesty, that has somehow managed to amass 761,000 subscribers without having a single shred of watchable content on his entire YouTube channel. Now, don't get confused. Eli has over 570 videos on his channel. 0 seconds of watchable content. To give you an idea of what we're working with here, just look at this. Look at it. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Look at the AIDS. Oh, it's so... Oh, the titles and the thumbnail, my God. You know, looking through Eli's video page here, it's not so different than looking down a microscope at the inside of a cancer cell.
Really, Leon? A cancer joke? Don't you think that's rather insensitive?
You know what? You're absolutely right, and I do apologize. I will make sure to keep my jokes to AIDS, cystic fibrosis, and lupus from here on out. No more cancer jokes. Now, it's one thing to hop on a trend, right? Make a video about something that's popular at the time and get some views. I'm all about that. Leon Lush loves that shit. But it's another thing to make 68 videos about Georgie and Pennywise. That's right, 68 videos about the movie It. Now, more recently, maybe you're familiar with this Dame Tu Cosita song.
Dame tu cosita, dame tu cosita,
It blew up not that long ago. It made its rounds on the internet, almost has 400 million views on YouTube. And what does a normal person do, right? You make a video, maybe two, talking about something that's trending to try and get a few views yourself. But what does Eli Socrae do? Well, he's on some next level grind shit. 29 videos in less than 3 weeks about Dame Tu Cosita. That's right, I said 29 10+ minute videos about Dame Tu Cosita in less than 3 weeks. So to see how bad it was firsthand, I decided to participate in a little game called How Long Can I Watch Eli Socrae While Sitting Next to a Large Kitchen Knife Without Actually Eviscerating Myself. And the results will shock you.
One more time. Let me double check. Audio check. OBS says. Okay, audio check's clear. Let's turn down the desk. One more time.
I want to jog, guys, like I always do, guys. And I found something crazy, guys. You're not going to believe this guy. Yo, guys, if you want to see what I found, guys, you got to smash that like button for me. Guys, if you want to smash that like button for me, please smash that like button, guys. Whoa. Hold the phone, Leon. What the hell are you doing out there? I'm just trying out a new style of content that has been proven to work quite well. I wish you would just give me a chance.
Guys.
Okay, I'll play along. What do you got? You're never going to believe it.
Let's go straight to his
Shit.
video.
To watch more than Geordie Boat in the water.
Eli Socrae.
It's probably going to be pretty good. Playing with Geordie Boat in the water, he attacked me. OMG.
Let me show you guys what I just now found.
Awesome time. It's Georgie's boat, man.
I just found Georgie's boat. That is Georgie's boat. Just sitting here in the middle of the park, guys.
Now, a lesser-known trade secret amongst the YouTube community that only some of the most elite YouTube...
So why? Why on React.js Live? Why? It's just the state of the channel right now. I won't always be the one producing just heavy content, but I am targeting the algorithms, and I'm also targeting you folks in our groups and say, don't be too upset that it's not a perfect tutorial. Currently our target is not Mosh and his perfect tutorials. God bless him. The Mosh above, you're just amazing at what you do. Or some of the other amazing stuff. Like, look at YouTube. It's like, it might as well say tutorials, like React.js. Like, you just literally type that, you get an ad, and then you get this Crash Course 2019 from Traversy Media. Traversy, I don't know. Everybody talks about this. There's some great tutorials. There's one for Next.js. I really liked it. Component states such as props, JSX, events. I'm in a state of React experience where I could actually watch this, but I really want to learn hands-on too. So I'm kind of the person where it's like I need to make something, and then I go Google it and I see the example and I work through it that way. I've never been one to just sit and watch something and be like, oh, aha. But let's jump into this and see if maybe we're not going to monetize this video, but maybe let's see what we got in here.
We tend to think that our spirit is in our body.
This guy.
That's actually not correct.
You can tell
Your
them
body
watch
is
those
in your
movie
spirit.
videos.
search list component, the search component, the to-do list component, the to-do component. So each one of these is actually a component, the add to-do component. So you can see how organized this is. To do this with vanilla JavaScript would be very difficult to structure unless you're a really experienced developer and you know about different patterns and stuff like that. And it would be a ton more code. All right, so I mentioned state. Components can have state, which is just an object with values that determine how the component behaves and renders. Down here, you can see an example of a state object for a simple post component. So it has a title, a body, an is featured, which is a Boolean value. So we could render this data out when we could also choose to display it differently, like depending on if is featured as true or false, maybe add a border to the back or something like that. And then we can have events to dynamically update the state, and it would automatically reflect or react in the user interface. Now, sometimes we need what's called application level state, and that's data that you want to share between multiple components. In our case, it's going to be our to-dos. Now, for that, we do have state managers like Redux. I'm not going to get into Redux in this course. I actually have a Redux crash course if you're interested. But we also have something called the Context API, which can use app level state without using, third-party systems like Redux. But I'm not going to get into the.
So I think third party means like Redux or even MobX. Some people really love that. And again, I'm learning, so I'm kind of new to it, but I watched something from Abramov the other day talking about suspense, which isn't fully released, but it has to do with managing of load states and fetching. And that might have something to do with like the state of the components too. Maybe not to the full degree of what you get out of Redux or MobX. But these concepts are new, so we'll work through them. We'll learn together. Let's double check the goals of today's video was to make a basic React app. When I go to switch to that, let's see what we got going on over here. When I go to switch to that, I'm going to, okay, React.js live site, Electron app. We kind of have that loaded up. We talked a little bit about that. Plan to make a short video on how to make a React app from scratch. What I'm going to do is make a medium long one where I do a little bit of research, Googling, make a React app. It's DevTO pops up. There's an article there. I'm going to go over the article, look at some of the comments just to get some of that out of the way. Then we might even make our own dev.to article as a follow-up to that. And we're definitely going to clip and start to record and make it on our local, looking around at different stuff, and then write up, a really short article saying, hey, on React.js Live, we have this video clip. I wonder if I could almost use OBS to start recording and record the video locally and then upload it while I'm live. That would be super tricky. Because the better we can get at, we meaning me, the better I can get at creating content without having to like duplicate make content or do all kinds of stuff, it's going to be really helpful. You're a good boy. You just want to hang out, huh? I'll have to build a nice couch so that you can hang out, and you're such a big boy. Yeah. He's still a youth. This is Bear. He's got great colors. You probably could use a bath, though. Your white could be a little more white, eh? And he's a super sweet boy. Very obedient, and we have him in Baja right now. He's a rescue. He's been with us for all of his life. His mom was rescued. Then when he was born, he automatically became second generation rescue. But he hasn't had the hard life out there in the country here, where one of our offices are in Baja. Hey, don't lick my keyboard, please. And he gets lots of love and attention from the crew that helps take care of the dog rescue on the other side of the property, but he also he deserves a good life, like one where, and he's got a good life here, but he deserves a family. He's good with other dogs. He's really good. He doesn't bark too much, but if he sees something that's not right, he'll notify you. If someone's at your back gate, he'll bark. So you kind of he's got a little bit of that watchdog in him, and he's just a cuddler, so he's a good boy. Boy, will you go lay down on your spot? Did you do your cameo again? You're a good boy. Okay. So, you're over there. Yeah, all of our dogs are housebroken and well fed. The best food that you can get at Costco in Baja is fed to our dogs. He gets lots of sleep, lots of rest. Do not chew on my thing, though. He occasionally chews on stuff like dogs can do. He's a good boy. All right. Back on the subject. Let's get some janky royalty-free music going again. This time we're going to go for hip-hop, y'all. And let's see, we got Mood, Genre Browser. This website is definitely modern and not done in React. Topic search, genre browser. Trip hop? No. I can't believe I went to hardcore rap on this thing. I just want some bass, y'all. Let's just something. Let's see if we got. Nope. Nope. I don't know what's in it. Here we go. We're gonna get some work done.
Bear, what do you say? Should we get some work done? We've been going for a freaking 40 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes of the work done. Let me turn down the audio just a page. So again, using the OBS software, you have all kinds of controls. I'm gonna turn down in my ear. I'm gonna bring this down here. And then my mic is up. Okay. That was a nice intermission. We got fresh coffee. I hit the 10,000 word mark. And where are we at? So we're set up to do some React stuff. I was going to show you a little bit of a marketing tip, and I'm going to pull up in my, get this thing out of here. I'm going to pull up in my, whoopsie. What is that doing? I'm going to pull up in GitHub. Desktop app. Also made in Electron, y'all. And then, actually, we got to go to my GitHub over there on github.com/ratherbesurfing and find the latest repo for my website. Unless I have it under, actually it has, what is it? I guess it's the root of Rather Be Surfing. And that would be my home site, because you can actually deploy your sites to GitHub and host them there. Lately, I've been hosting on Zeet. Soon I want to do a Gatsby and host it on Netlify. Brian kind of showed me that stuff. And where, you're going to make me Google this? Buddy, you don't need to cry. We're going to hang out, okay? We're going to find you a home, too. Rather be, there it is. It's got 1 star. Woo! So this is a legacy site, but I'm going to make a directory in this. So let's clone and check this thing out and open it in desktop. And then the folder contains git clone to empty folders. I guess it's already there. Excuse me, bud. Can you get down? Come on. We're going to go. Bud, you can't do it. You can't ruin the whole video. It can't always be about you. I know. What is it? You want to tell me something? Should I quit computers? I know, bug. I know. Okay, we'll try to, I'll work the mouse and you just lay on my arm, all right? Okay. Where the heck? It says we got the repo. I guess it would be under, let's see. I'm not seeing it. It said it was in a different GitHub directory. It's probably tracked on the old one, or I'm just being blind. But basically, I just want to put up a redirect, guys. So, guys. And if we go to check it out again, it'll remind me of where I put that thing. What the hell? It's in C GitHub, Rather Be Surfing GitHub IO. C GitHub. So add existing repository, choose, what is this thing doing there? Downloads, documents, C, GitHub, note to self, get organized. There. If I add that, is that going to get mad at us? Okay, I guess I've done an upload, a download, a change. So let's bring that in there. Nothing like not being prepared, eh? One of these days, though, we will produce and be prepared. I promise you guys. Just go ahead and smash the like button right now, and the promises of tomorrow will come to pass. So we click on Show in Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to make a file that hopefully can resolve up on GitHub. And I don't really want to put an extension on it. I want to make it a folder path. and I want that thing to auto redirect. That way, one of these days, I can put that somewhere else. I guess it's going to be at least hard coded to the chadcollins.com domain. So if we go over here, I'm going to open a folder and I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to call it TR or TU for tiny URL. And then inside of that, I'm going to make what am I trying to make? I'm trying to make a redirect for to join our Discord, I guess. I'm not sure about that. Let's try. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I guess I'll make TU and then I'll make like a folder called let me bring this into view. I got a new group I'm starting called Thought Leaders. So I'll just do that. Thought Leaders. Is it Thought Leader or Thought Leaders? Thought Leaders. I know there's already people out there doing it. Hope they don't get mad. I saw something on Facebook. So then I'm going to make another folder and I'm going to call this one Tech Discord for now. And then inside of there, I'm going to make a new text file. I'm going to call that index.html. And then I'm going to open that in Visual Studio Code. And then I'm going to actually use a meta refresh redirect for now. The point of doing this is I want to control at least a host URL / directory over on tinyURL that if I ever want to, I'll always use chadcollins.com, but if I ever go up to like using FoldNode.js or any other type of backend in the future, and like these URLs actually mean something to me from a marketing perspective, I don't want it to be hard coded to like index.html. So I'm going to go to tinyurl.com, and basically I want to redirect us to a place or at least to a page that's going to give you the Discord to join our group. So let's go to, before we make the tiny URL, we're going to get a meta refresh redirect because on GitHub you can't really do server stuff. So I'm going to use client-side redirects. So it's meta refresh redirect. And there's the example. Let's get it. There it is. And I'll just go ahead and place that in index.html. But then this thing needs to redirect somewhere. Now, I don't know, maybe we don't need to do a redirect. I guess I could make an invite and have it redirect to that place on Discord. I'm not familiar with that. It is an invite URL, that's for sure. So let me go over to Discord and go to our group, and then I'm going to click on invite people, and then I'll check. Your link expires in 1 day. So I'm going to invite that and then say expire never. And then max number of users, no limit. I guess I can expire that later, I hope. Or else it'll be no limit. I guess I can generate a grant temporary membership. Temporary members are automatically kicked when they disconnect unless a role has been assigned. That's interesting, boy. What's happening? Did I forget to get you water? Oh, man. Okay. So just hold that thought while I get him some water. Did you get water out here? Come on, bug. Let's get you some water. You're a good boy, you know that? You keep me going. When I'm like all over the place, you're just one more guy. Yeah. Like, who's really gonna come and watch our show, Bear? Who's gonna put us on in the background? They're just shaking their head and judging, huh? Judging. Here's some water, bug. Come on, Bear. Did you get your... Come here, Buggy. Here's some water. Enjoy that. Okay. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm pretty sure we got 0 live viewers right now, and I don't care because right now I'm serving up to the algorithm. I'm just kidding. I do care. Please stay with us. Don't disconnect. But I'm making this link. Oh, you were thirsty, little bugger. I'm sorry. Okay, generate the new link. Bam. Copy bam. And then we're going to go ahead and go bam, bam, bam. Over here to our meta refresh redirect old school style. So we'll refresh after 0 seconds. And I really feel like I just saw a fly land on my coffee and it's driving me nuts. Get out of here. Okay. What's up with that? Internal quotes. I never seen that before. Is that the right way to do that? I guess we could test it. Okay, cool. So there's the redirect. So now that I can put that up online, it'll be like chadcollins.com/thoughtleaders/ TU for tiny URL or something like that. I have it backwards. chadcollins.com/TU/ You want more water? Oh man, he's real thirsty. What's up, boy? Drink all that, huh? Okay, Bear. I'm making them long videos, Bear. I'm just gonna talk to you, huh, Bear? You hanging around by the coffee stop? We're gonna be famous, Bear. We're gonna get a like. One of these days, someone's gonna like our video. They're gonna smash that like button. Let's go back, okay? Don't drink too much water, Bear. I don't want to get overhydrated. Were you hot outside? There you go, bud. Okay, enjoy that. All right, can I get back to it now, Bear? Bear, drink your water. You said you wanted it. So, Discord URL right there. Then we're going to go back over to GitHub desktop app and check out the change. So there's the latest change. It says add that. We're going to make a little note. It says redirect to Discord app. Discord for React, Vue, JS, CSS, HTML group. I'm sure there's more in there, but whatever. And that's what that commit's about. And we all get that commit and then push that up. So maybe I'll test the URL now and see what GitHub gets us. I think GitHub allows us to not use the path extension. So it's going to be chadcollins.com. You got to get down, bug. Okay. I really got to get this done. Okay. chadcollins.com/ how can you say no to that face? Bug. Did you let that fly in the house when you came in? Let's get you on camera, Buggy. Where you at? Bug? You gotta get your face in. We're blowing it, okay? Like our sponsors are not gonna pay for this. I know we don't have sponsors, but when we do have sponsors, they're not gonna be down with this, Bear. Ooh. Some more rescues barking. Bear, stop it. Okay. You're a sweet boy. I don't want anybody to think that you are my favorite, but don't tell the others. Okay? But we're going to find you a good home, all right? Okay, good boy. All right, I'm going to shut the door. And will you go lay down for a little bit, or you want to go back outside? Do you want to go outside? Come on. Let's take you outside. Bear wants to go outside and be with his brother, Mickey, who's a big old boy. Mickey is the sweetest, but also the buffest out of the pack that we rescued. Come on outside, okay? Will you go with your brother? I don't see your brother out there. I'll come back for you, okay? Just hang out for a little bit. No barking. Okay. I feel lunch coming on, and I haven't even gotten started on the Create React app. But so what? It takes a little while to get good at stuff, I guess. And today I was watching a Kevin Hart video where he sits in a bath of ice and he just like jokes and stuff. Man, I love the guy. It was pretty interesting. Okay, Chad, so we're checking out the redirect to make sure that works. chadcollins.com/ tinyurl/ thought leaders/ that should just redirect. Now we got a 404. Let's double check the path. Thought leaders. Then I did tech Discord because there might be other redirects too. tech Discord, and then that does redirect. So let's try that again. So that's, make sure we get the right chadcollins.com/tinyurl/thought leaders/tech Discord. And so that URL, it's something I control on my end, right? But if I go over to tinyurl and I paste that in, and then I go and I'm going to make a like tinyurl.com, and then now this is the one time I get to use this path. So if I have it pointed to something that I control now, but later I don't, or I send it to a video, but I want to send it somewhere else, then now I've set up a pre-redirect that'll allow me to do that. So tinyurl.com, let's see, Discord's not going to be available, right? But let's just see. I'm going to copy this path right here and make the tiny URL. It's not available. Okay, so let's try again. So we're going to say, I don't even know what to call that group. I mean, we got all those technology groups on Facebook, and then we have one Discord where like everyone's welcome, and then we got our sub channels. I call it like Tech Discord, but I want to call it maybe, I guess I could call it Thought Leaders, but what could we do? It's not React.js Live. I mean, we've pretty much blown that out of the water with this video, but how about Tech Discord? God, this is tough. What is it? Everything. It's like all tech. It's not all client side. There'll be like Node.js is a little bit server side. I guess let's try full stack. See if we can get that URL. That's a good one. And it's not going to be available for sure. Let's try it. The URL, tinyurl was created, but they tricked me and they made that instead. Dang it, guys, that's not what I wanted. And we try again. All stacks? Tech stack. How about tech stack? Tech stack? It's Discord related. So Discord what? Discord invite? Yeah, Discord invite. Let's see if that works. Come on, I'm feeling good about this one. Man, not available. I guess we could just sit here all day. Let's make something, I'm gonna call it test, all groups, Discord invite. Yeah. Did I just do that one? Man. Discord tech. Let's try. Come on. We got it. 10 tries. It's always the magic number nowadays. Used to be third time was a charm. Now it's not. So we've got Discord tech. It almost sounds like disco tech. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and share that in the group and say, guys, hey everyone, I'm live, being kind of wordy. No, I'm live and I made this permanent invite URL on tinyurl. Go ahead and share it with your tech friends. There it is. Okay, so the way that, hopefully that's not like some sort of kind of loop I just made. Let's test it out. So that'll get you to redirect to my redirect, which takes you to Discord. Oh, and then it like reloaded again. That's cool. All right, so let's just recap. I made a redirector on the platform that I own, chadcollins.com, and I made it in such a way that it can send it wherever I want. Then I went to tinyurl and I picked something a little more memorable like Discord Tech. And that way I can reutilize that later, knowing that it's going to a domain that I'm always going to control, chadcollins.com, and like I can make it redirect elsewhere. Now, this one is Discord specific, Discord Tech, but if I ever end up making a new server or I want to change the invite URL, I can still do that, but I don't have to create yet another tiny URL. This is helpful for like your YouTube channels or your Facebook groups where you just don't have like you have too long of an alias and you want something you can remember. I'm gonna try my bestest to remember that, my bestest. And it'll be like something like I can share. I'm gonna pin that. Okay, it's pinned. I feel like Bear needs to come back. He was getting me right on time. Okay, we're green light there. We're going live there. I need to make some lunch soon. Let's make sure I've covered all the bases. So today, continuation to build react.jslive.com and update our new Electron app page. Okay. And then we want to look at a little bit. So these should be separate video clips. I'm just long creating stuff now and not really doing much other than talking. So let's get down to it. Some areas I need to get stronger at understanding are hooks, use state, and effect. Okay, that's cool. That could be its own little thing. Other videos coming up soon, JavaScript basics, loops, strings, arrays, objects, enclosures, module patterns. Like I want to go live and like do like live code conversations, but also some live codes like we've been doing, like and we can look at things together and actually write code and have like aha moments. I don't want to always act like, oh, I know everything, or or often I forget and just need a refresher. And I don't want people on the show that are like that either. Even if they know everything, it should be a collaboration and like everybody should be learning. And that's the goal of React.js Live and some of our other channels that we have. So moving right along, I think it's going to be time to take a big swig of coffee. I'm going to take the headset off. Spare you guys the gulping sounds. One more. Big swig. No sugar though. It's all about health. Ooh. Tastes even better than it did hot. Now it's like lukewarm. Okay, can we focus? Let's tune up, guys. We're gonna do this. Guys. I got some good beats. React.js crash course. Of course, that's our #1 showstopper. So I'm gonna go over to the React group, React.js Live. I'd like to see this group Sunday just be people live doing their stuff. I do like to see good videos come in that are posted or good posts. That's great. But React.js Live should really be about like, hey, you're working on a new app and you want to share a post about it? Okay. But hey, you're working on a new app and you went live locally, at least recorded it, and then you like checked out your post, go through it, include the link, and post your video, and or even better, go live and talk about it and keep the URL in the comments so that I can see you talking about it, learn something, then go out to your actual post. That's the full 360 right there. So let's see what's up with this. Okay, this is a good one. This is one I need to watch. You're welcome for the free link juice over there at YouTube Crash Course Post. Okay, 26 people want to join this group. I can tell you if they didn't click answer any questions, answered some questions too, good. Didn't answer any questions. 24 didn't answer questions. It's way past the 24th. You've had your chance. I'm going to decline you all. Our group is not a numbers group. We don't need to be the 30,000 members who don't even give anything but take everything. They take everything. I don't know why the Facebook groups are broken. Come on, dude. Decline all. Confirm. So I cleared the queue. If you come into our group, you've given out at least at your skill level to us internally, me and the team. And you've also maybe given your email because you want to be part of like a mailing list. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to use it to give you like some free templates, some free tutorials, or maybe get you into our school, which starts in January. I know some of you are waiting for that, so for some of that training and education. So let's get back to our main subject here. We got 4 posts that need approval. Hi, where can I find tutorials about using Passport.js with React Native? Looking for recommendations. I mean, like, I don't mind these kinds of posts, but like, this is React.js Live, so there's really nothing to be learned from this. And if we give you recommendations, that's great. But like, why the big map, dude? Like, does that have to sit on our wall? Like, just be a post. I'm gonna decline that, man. Kevin, you're a good guy. I just don't feel like it needs to take up so much real estate on the page. I'm kind of on the fence here. Recommendations is actually for businesses, not just like, hey, go over here, go over there. Where can I find tutorials using Passport.js with React Native? So this is what I often do. I select this, I go search on that, I type in tutorial. React Native and Node tutorial build app. Node.js with Passport authentication full project. Travesty Media. Live. I mean, they're not live right now, but oh, it's always this girl. Udemy made it into our feed. Udemy. No thanks. I love them. I know they got good stuff, but they've just over spammed me to death. I'm not into it. Traversy, they're cool. So he's got Node.js as Passport. It's a good tutorial, bro. Okay, I can approve this, and I'm just gonna go over here to the Book of Faces and just like decline this. But that was Kevin Lee, and instead I'm just gonna go to the discussion wall. And I'm gonna get this for him, so that we have something better on our wall that's actually gonna take you to a video. Let's say add Kevin Lee. Where are you at, dude? Why is it not? Hello. There you are. Kevin Lee. I found this video tutorial because you mentioned you were looking for recommendations. Does anyone else have them? Just post the posts in the comments for Kevin. Right, guys? Right. And we got the URL, and there it is. And now everybody's got it, and we'll just time that one, I guess, for an hour from now. Back in the announcements, we had folks that were going to want to be interviewed live. That's now called live code conversations. And some of you have gotten in and out of the programming game. Dennis said he's going to do it later. No way. I'm not sure how to say your name, but you're welcome. Lives in Bulgaria. I have to like translate that. And then Mario. What's up, Mario? If you're seeing this, that's a cool car. Dude, I'm super down. We can do a live coding session. Usually we do it on the weekends. India. We got Sai. Sai, we talked before. I want to go live with you and do some coding. Nabaraj, same. Jagan. Let's do it. Garanga. Did I say it right? I'm sorry if I didn't. Rajesh and Shubham. Okay, all you guys want to go live. We can all go live at once and code and talk about it. So just whatever. But I've got you guys listed here. We'll do it on India time. Work that out. Pakistan. Who wants? We got Abrar. Love to do it. Who else we got? Sadiq. Okay, let's do it. And we got Uzar. Seems like a cool guy. Let's do it, man. Followed by 339 people. You must be good at what you're doing, bro. I'm gonna follow you and see what's up. And then Europe. Obeidai. Obeda. Obeda. Obey. Hey man, love to code with you. So let's coordinate a time on the weekends. Today's Tuesday for me, and if we can get you guys dialed in for a go live, we're live right now. Thanks for the 0 likes, guys. Really appreciate it. Moving right along, bad jokes aside, it's time to make a basic React app. Let's do it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is close all of our browsers. Then we're going to start off with the tip here, and we're going to go, let's close everything we don't need. We probably will need GitHub Desktop, and we will need github.com. Look, all the videos can't be winners, but this has just been a long go live. Still kind of finding my way, you know. But if I go over here to repos and I start new repo and I say create basic React app, make it public, create the repo. Now I can basically I can set it up in desktop locally, and now it's going to check it all out, clone it down. Then I believe I can just open that in Visual Studio Code right here, and we're ready to go to run some terminals. So let's go check that out. But what I'm going to do for this tutorial is I'm going to start off with, I'm going to kick it off, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to clip this stuff. So let's start. A little gulp of coffee. Sorry about the gulp, guys. Cover your ears. Come back later with sound effects and be like, gulp, you know, make it just funny maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe my sense of humor is no good. The long drawn out videos, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 hours, they add a certain amount of SEO weight. A lot of people say they don't understand the YouTube algorithm. I know just enough SEO to say it couldn't hurt to make long tail videos with some keywords. You're going to get more people dialing in and at least get some views. You might even get some people to watch. A lot of people are going to check in, check out, but live is a big thing for YouTube nowadays. They will feature you to the top of the feeds when you go live at certain times, especially when you start to get consistent. So I've been looking to go consistent at certain times and learn on my end when we get the most viewership. And let's just move on, dude. All right. Title of this video, this sub video, is going to be called Create a Basic React App. Okay. So let's see how this goes. Hey guys, thanks for joining reactjslive.com, where we've got our YouTube channel and our Facebook group, and it's all tied in to help you learn a little bit more about React. We had one of our members the other day ask me if he could just do a basic walkthrough on creating React. And luckily Facebook puts out a command line interface tool called Create React App, or CRA, and there's also lots of examples on the web. So this one's going to be a shorter video, and it's going to be focused on that particular operation, if you will. So let's pay attention. Over here on my screen, I'm going to basically Google it, right? So we go on Google and it says create a basic React app. And what comes up number one? Well, this time it said create an app in 1 hour. That's going to no thanks. Here's another one, creating a simple app with React.js. Here's create a new React app with reactjs.org. All of them seem good. Here's one on Facebook, how to set it up. It's called Facebook/create React app. But the one I'm looking for was on dev.to. So I'm just going to go to dev.to, and I'm a big fan of those guys. You can make lots of friends. How to create a React app in 5 minutes. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for with this video. And I think this is the video I was looking at. Let's take a look at, the post I was looking at. I can kind of tell from the comments. I don't know about that hello world stuff. That seems like a lot of code just to get hello world, blog posts. It's still going. And yeah, this isn't the one. Let's see if I can find the one, building your first React website dev community. I like this one. This one's a little more straightforward, and you're going to kind of get the basics out of it. We did a little bit of that yesterday, but let's stay focused, and I'll start talking about yesterday and trail off. So, building your first React website. Let's do it. According to them, React is one of the most popular web frameworks. Yep, prerequisites. You'll need the Node Package Manager installed, of course. Create React App is an excellent way to quickly create a React website. Essentially, it's going to come down to this. npx create React app hello React. Run the following command line. Now, you can also run these commands. I don't know if it's going to be npx, but let's see what the comments say down at the bottom. Note that it may take a couple minutes for this command to complete. Good, because that gives me a chance to talk about it and Google around. cd hello React npm start. All right. If you've watched this far and we're live, we're going to start this over again, and this time I'm gonna click on start recording with OBS and see if I can capture this video. And we kind of know which post we're going to look at and which commands we're going to run. So this is we're live, then we're pre-live, and then we're really going to go live. But I'm going to try clicking start recording and start that back from the top, and then I'm going to take that clip at some point when I hit stop recording, and I'm going to put it up to our React.js Live YouTube channel, and then I'm going to go about and build a dev.to post, and I'm going to reference this one and try to create a little cross-marketing and a little bit of a story. So anyways, let's start over. So we know we're going to end up over here, and what got us to Google, I want to see if I can remember the Google that got us here. So I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to type in create a React site, React.js.org. Why was dev.to coming up before? Let's create well, what was the title of their stuff? It was build your first React website. Let's see how that's ranking. Dev.to is a great site for you to join if you want to make friends and also get yourself noticed. There's a lot of people follow each other. It's very well moderated. There's no being mean. It's good. So building your first React app, it's on dev.to. Is this the same guy? Yep. So building your first React website, that's going to be our keyword that I'm going to type in. Let me go put that over on Notepad so I remember what I'm doing off screen. And we're going to take this down, and we're going to show you from the beginning what I did. So here we go. We're live streaming, but I'm also going to click start recording. This is so many firsts that we're trying out here. Let's do it. You ready? Hey there, welcome to React.js Live, where we do all sorts of React technology. We've got a Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/React.js Live. We've also got a YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/React.js Live. And we've got a new website that we're working through with an SEO series using Next.js. Guess what the domain is? It's reactjslive.com. So welcome today. We're going to be doing a short video for once because I love to talk and I love making all types of videos. We're going to do building your first React website. We had a member come in and ask us live yesterday, I think it was, and say, hey, can you just do the basic walkthrough? And we're live streaming, but I'm also recording locally, and then we're going to stop that local record and try to bring that video up and finish out creating an article on dev.to, which is a community that I really like. So let's stay focused. And basically, let's kick it off and say, look, you want to make a React website? You're going to Google it, and then it's going to say building, I don't know, your first React website. You can see it there. I already typed that, and guess who's going to pop up at the top? It's going to be dev.to, building your first React website. So there it is. Now you can go through this. It's got some great info. It's got the commands that you run. Literally, to build a website, you basically use the command line interface called Create React App, and it's going to pull down everything you need to do the scaffolding that you need, and get you set up, and even give you a little local web server, and you can run it all localhost. To host your website, you can do things like if you do a Next.js app, it's a framework that's for React, which I've been doing a lot lately. You can use the command line interface that comes with that and push it straight to Zit. Or you can do this Create React app and push it straight to Netlify. With all that said, you can also host the same compilation over on GitHub, which is where I do a lot of my static sites. If you need Node.js and you want to run like the actual server side of Node with your application, you may want to look at something like Zit, or I think I got to check Netlify. I don't know. But let's stay focused. Today's, whoops, I'm still figuring out the angle. Today's demo is creating a React website. So easy to do, right? So we can say, here's viewing the site. you cd to it, you do npm start, the node package manager kicks it off. You can edit the source code that comes with it. A lot of times in the demos that I like to do, I go grab the SVG off my chadcollins.com site and I paste that in. Depending on the build, sometimes it gets mad at the way my SVG has inline styling inside the code, and I have to use some sort of a tag to help that render. We're just going to keep it simple. And here's the React component. Here they show the demo of it. And then basically you have a home page. The final app.js should look like this. So we'll actually go through this, but let's just start off at the very basics, which frankly, I hope this helps who just joined and asked me yesterday, can you show us the basics from the beginning? It's just like that. Google building your first React website. You'll run into the dev.to article. There's so many ways to get this started. There's also some interesting conversation about the use of npx, which, the installed create React app command more or less doesn't need to be updated. Because I think when you do an npx, it's going to always grab the latest. So if I already have it, I think I can still run it. Look at that. I got some commands, some speed of the CLI. I don't know if any of that's helpful. It's just commentary. So we're going to follow this tutorial and finally do it. I've gone over to GitHub and I've created a new repo. And from that repo, I did checkout with GitHub Desktop. If you're not very technical, or you like to save time, or you like using GUIs, which I like to do, you can then set it up in Desktop and then open it directly in Visual Studio, which I'm now Visual Studio Code, which I have to recommend very highly. It's also built in Electron, so check out our other groups and our other videos where we're going to do Electron with React. That's something that we got going on now. But take a look at Create Basic React App. It's empty. So now that I've got this empty little repo here, I'm going to pull up the terminal and I'm going to read what they say right here, which is all I need to do is run npx create react app hello react app. So what that's going to do is actually that's going to, and this is where I kind of make a mistake sometimes, guys, is that locally I'm going to want to run this and then it creates a directory, and then I'm going to want to tell, my GitHub tool or use GitHub locally and say, hey, this is a new repo. I want to add these files. I want to add this I want to connect it to my GitHub. So let's go ahead and see if we can't not confuse people and just follow the directions here. So this one's going to be called Hello React. And forget everything I said about I already set up a GitHub. Let's just pretend I didn't do that. I actually did. But I'm just going to follow these directions. So we're going to npx create react app hello react. And I'm going to start up a command line, and I'm going to actually traverse to where I want to put this. So I think if I recall, my Windows, I can just go to my GitHub directory. I think I have it up a couple directories. Yep. And then I think it's mkdir, and I'm going to call it hello. I can't even type. Hello React. And then I'm going to cd to hello React. And then inside of here, we're now going to create this command, npx create react app hello React. It's going to put it in the subdirectory, right? So what was it? npx create react app, and then you name what you want your application to be. It's going to be the folder. It's going to create a package.json with the title of the app, I believe. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to call it hello React per the documentation and click enter. Now it's going to go out and it's going to do a bunch of magic, and this gives me a chance to sort of tell bad jokes or play some audio file with some applause. So let's go get that file and look for the applause audio. It's right there, ready to go. And for all you guys out there, I just want to say thank you for your applause. Really, really appreciated. I've got the audio turned down, so, just the visual cheering is cool. But you can kind of see that it takes a little bit of a build. And let's minimize that. And it's almost done. This is worthy of another sip of coffee while we wait. I am proud to tell you a little bit about myself that I gave up white sugar about 2 months ago. So I had to get into drinking coffee with no sugar. And I can't say that I've become a connoisseur of just plain coffee, but I got used to it. So that's interesting. I basically use it when I need to get a little bit of a pick-me-up, get a little more focus. They say that you can get a little bit of an IQ boost when you drink coffee, 2 to 4 points. And we really want to stay focused here and not start yawning because it can be so boring watching pound signs go across the screen. But back over to the article, while that's finishing up, this guy right here, tools like this, dev.to, great place to make friends and to read tons of things about React. And it looks like it says it's success. It created the React app. Like I said, lately I've been creating my React apps with Next.js, has a CLI, which is for server-side rendering. This isn't going to give us that. Maybe I got to check in. Maybe by the time you watch this video, that won't be the case. But you can do a start right away. But you also, I can't remember if you need to do we can just do yarn start. We might get an error, but we might need to do an npm install. But let's say yarn start. Couldn't find the package.json. I need to actually cd, to hello React. And then let's try that yarn start. And it's going to go ahead and start the local web server there. I think that's the one that comes with Webpack. I'm pretty sure it is. It says something else is running on port 3000. Of course it is. I click yes. It's going to run it on 3001. And then what we're going to see is our React app. So I'll probably end the video there and maybe go over the article a little bit, maybe make one change. Maybe I'll add it to GitHub so someone can understand what they do there. But look at that. Edit src app.js and save to reload. Learn React. They got a little link in there. So it looks like they've updated their banner page. That's pretty cool. So, okay, I'll make a quick little change. But what I'm going to do for those GitHub users, for the folks that are kind of learning or they're a little bit of time savers, is I'll bring over the GitHub desktop app, wherever the heck that is, right there. And then I'm going to go File, add a local repository. If I say, no, it's not a repo yet. If I say new repo, I'm going to call this one Hello React. And I want to look for it. It's going to be actually choose over my GitHub dir. And then it's going to be here, Hello React, a little redundant, and select folder. This directory appears to be a Git repository. Would you like to add this repository instead? My bad. That's a yes. And click Add Repository. And so now it's connected, and now I can publish it, and it's going to go up to my Rather Be Surfing on GitHub, and everybody's going to have that magic up there for this very basic app. And so now it's tied in with source. And we just kind of wait for it to push. And if everything went good, we should see it up here on my GitHub, which is rather be surfing / it's going to be hello. I can't see, is that it? Yep, React. I think that was it. And it's real TV, real live. Video's getting a little bit long, but now I've got the README and the SRC folder and the public folder, and there's the basics. Some assets are going to stick in your public, and some are going to go in source for compilation for when you go to bundle for live. You'll figure some of that out as you go. But here we got the Hello React over in. Now that we've got everything kind of dialed in, we can go open it in Visual Studio Code. It's going to give us a nice directory listing on the right there, and we can kind of see the files. Notice that my node modules directory is there. We don't really want to check those in. That's why it's grayed out and it's going to be ignored. It's probably listed in the git ignore. Let's hope that it is. I don't see the node module. Yep, there it is, line 4. So it won't end up in source control. So for you new folks out there, I can understand where you're coming from. I had to figure it out on my own back in the days too. The git ignore file makes it so you just put the source code and the references to the modules and libraries and code that you need. So that way, when another developer comes on the team, checks out the stuff, they get everything built locally. We're not passing around a bunch of redundant things like the build for node modules. There's some other things ignored here too, but let's go back and let's actually make a file. So in the public, we have this favicon. We have an index.html that has like the static stuff in here. So we're going to call it, instead of React app, we're going to call it Hello React app. You need to enable JavaScript. Shows up if the browser's not running it, so that's some default stuff. So I'm going to make that change. You got some logos in here, some PNGs, and then you've got the robots file, some stuff that comes with it. But in here we've got our app CSS, and that's the basics that kind of come with it. And you can modify this. You've also got app.js, which is basically like the main loader application file. You can do a lot of imports there. Kind of tells it where the global stuff is going to be, like the logo, where the CSS is referenced. Up there, we just looked at that file. It even comes with tests. So that's kind of neat. So it renders without crashing. Const div, document create element div, React DOM render app, and unmount component at node. So that's going to basically give you your first little test using some of the keywords there, the action statements. So let's take a look at the index. What do we got? Index.js. So this is like another file that is in its own way is also a main file, and it allows you to also do certain imports that are more app specific, almost like a main.js, like in some application systems like main, like in PHP you might have a theme like a WordPress app, and you'll want to have a main. It depends on how you're approaching it. Like with like create React apps with Next, you may want to set up like a reference to importing your layout.js and really kind of utilize that more too. But let's keep it simple with index.js. It's got some, some service worker references here. You got reference to CSS. It brings in this global stuff. And like, let's say that we wanted to make a change to what they had there. We're gonna look for where is it that they first mentioned. Let's run the app. Here it's hello React app, edit src to save and reload. Let's find out where that is, and we'll take a look. And then we're going to close out this video, and I'm going to publish it. So paste that and see where that is. No results found. Now that's something coming. Where is that coming out? Now edit src. What does this learn React? Let's see where that's coming from. Hopefully that's looking in the right directory. That's coming out of the README, and it's also in app.js. My bad. So there's the link. Interesting that it says edit src app.js and save to reload, so you'll get hot reloading. It's telling us to edit the app.js file. Okie dokie. Oh, it's right there. Duh. I looked for the plain string, but they have the code tags around it. So if we were to change this to, hello React app and click save, you're going to get hot reloading, and it just basically does hello React app right there. And then if you want to learn hello React, maybe I can go grab the hello React GitHub file reference to the repo, and of course you can change that stuff too. So there's a lot more to React than just doing these small little changes, but you'll have an environment to start. And I've been a big fan of Next.js lately, so you'll see more stuff that I'm building soon with that. So that's the basics. I'm going to go ahead and GitHub push that. Again, if you're a beginner and you wanted to know, it's good to be really descriptive with your GitHub pushes, especially when you create new files or make some people say commit often. So I'm going to say make a change to the initial CRA, create React app build, small change in app.js to content for demo, whatever. Commit that and push that to origin. Now that'll go up, and that's going to be at that URL. So guys, thanks for coming by. I'll probably create React app and create a Next app and create a Gatsby app quite a few times, because we do have a lot of folks that come in as beginners into our React Facebook group. It's called React.js Live. And we also have more senior developers. I've been developing a long time, but I'm still learning React. I feel like I know a lot, but then there's some things I just need to get my hands on and get sharper with. So personally, I'm at a place now after using React for about a year, but not like coding it a year straight, but just kind of messing with it and learning more and talking about it. I'm going to get stronger with hooks. I've looked at some of the more advanced stuff like suspense. That's not even official yet. Abramov did a great video about it. So thanks for coming by and seeing the basics. If you have questions, you can go to tinyurl.com/discordtech, and it'll redirect you to our Discord group. That's for all of the technology groups we have on Facebook. And be sure to go over to youtube.com/c/ReactJS Live and smash that like button. And thanks for coming by. Appreciate you very much. Okay, so I did that recording, and then we're still live. So let's see how that picked up. It could have been a little bit shorter, and maybe I could even edit it. But let's go to this PC videos, and it's going to probably be this last one here. And let's get a quick watch on this. Same shirt. I hope the audio was loud enough. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Let's see how the cheers went. Got some bad jokes in there, got some references. All right, let's see if we can put this up on YouTube and then give the link over in our Discord group. So we got, let's stop this guy from talking. God, goodness, man, you talk a lot, Chad. So we'll go to YouTube, nothing like live. And then we're gonna go to our channel. Oh my God. And then YouTube Studio. I can't say studio without thinking of that Dave Chappelle video where he's like, I'm shutting the studio down. I don't want to show it on the live feed because we might get a claim for like copyright, but I mean, maybe I will. So I'm going to select this file and go to videos, this PC, videos, and I think it's this one. And we're going to let that go up, but this is our first upload. And the title we're going to do is Building Your First React Website. Now, clearly, I don't really use the CRA as much as lately I've been using the one to build next. And frankly, like, how many times do you really use that and like start out with that? Sometimes I start with like bigger boilerplates that are already done. There's a lot of code all over the place, and it's just I tell you, I learned something new today. I learned something new every time. So if I can make 100 of these videos that are basic on how to create a React website, I will. Because it's fun to learn. So building your first React website on React.js Live. I really want to get that keyword, and then our description is going to be React.js Live is a group of Facebook groups and enthusiasts who meet to discuss and code and learn React.js. Today's video is for a new member who asked if I can just show the basics. Now I hope that wasn't too basic, because I get the feeling that maybe they wanted to see the full walkthrough of building a React site. And I think that that's going to be probably something we do next, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next week. But it'll be like, hey, start from the beginning, build the navigation, probably use Bootstrap React or React and then just build the site from scratch. The navigation, the footer, the content area, do the dynamic stuff. I personally like using Next.js for that kind of thing, and I'd almost want to focus my attention on that, so it might be with that. But to our member who asked us, I think it was Hassan, thanks a lot for asking. I've been meaning to do this type of a thing. So let's upload this video. It's not made for kids, 17% upload. We're gonna go next. And you can complete this step. Next. Publish now is set. Next. Schedule no. Schedule. What? I thought it was, why did it click schedule? I want to publish now. So we'll kind of like, I'll leave that up for a little bit so I can pay attention to it. Because I want to get it out, get the link back over to the group, tag Hassan and say, hey, dude, we made this little video. I'm going to make one that's a little more in depth. Made it for you, and we're making content. So the nice thing about the YouTube channel, guys, is I've got a couple other folks that I've let come in as a manager level in the YouTube channel, and I'm waiting for them to go live and do their own videos on the React.js Live platform. Some of you guys are going to be welcome to do that too. If you've got some React skill and you want to build some stuff, talk to me, go with me, go live with me. We'll do our live coding conversations, work on a project, but then you can also work on your projects and push live too. And that'll help the React.js Live YouTube channel. Because remember, we're trying to get to 4,000 hours. It's like a telethon here. I'm just like, I'm not going to go off live until we get to 4,000 hours. I'm also kind of concerned because the YouTube analytics are not moving, and they just kind of move whenever they feel like it, I guess. So let's go take a look at the YouTube studio portion of our live analytics. So there it is, analytics. Okay, 92. Okay, so we've gone up 20. Look at that, 692. That was like, so okay, so yesterday that was 70. So that's 20 hours of watch time in one day. So to do the math on that, it's I mean, let's just look at a 5-day work week, but like 7 times 20, it's 140 hours. You know, that'll get us 849. We'll get to 1,000 in 4 weeks. We'll have 400, with 303 more weeks. If we average that in a day, then we'll be at 1,000 in about 2 or 3 more weeks. It took us a month to get to 1,000, so I could see that the other 3,000, again, just averaging, because the channel's growing. At times we've had some spikes on some of our videos, and then we have like a lull. I really got to use that marketing tool that I'm going to break into next, and start to make a video about updating the React application with that has Electron React application for doing marketing. Basically, it's like save me the time of bringing up all the browsers for all the groups, and just go through systematically and do some promotion. I noticed that when I did a lot of promotion for this video, I shared it on maybe 40 different Facebook groups, was streaming on all the YouTube channels, and also went over to big platforms where you can embed your video and there's big audiences there to watch them. And it really caught on for about 1,000+ views. And then the YouTube algorithm picked up and started recommending us, and we got huge spikes in our watch. So I will say that this real-time activity too, to the React.js Live, is something pretty neat, because I remember when this said like 3 or 4. So this is, I think, the past 48 hours, they're spiking at 130 views. That's 120 more than last. And I see this number go up and up more and more. Like, I would say in another week or two, unless we cap out, that should be at 200 as an average of real-time activity views within a 2-day period. These are small, minuscule numbers in the bigger picture of things, but React.js Live is one of the most, I mean, it's a great name. It's got a great group of folks, and React is so popular that I believe that this channel is going to take off and it's going to have its own life. And I'm just here in the early days where they kind of let me talk all the time, but pretty soon there'll be some real pros and some beginners who have experience in development who are learning. And I kind of categorize myself as that. You know, many decades, too many I care to count, of doing web development, and then now going live and learning React in front of you guys all. So we got that one video out. I'm going to go back over to the Discord channel, which, if I can help remember it, it's tinyurl.com/discordtech. It's going to take me directly over to, whoopsie, Discord. Forgot it, the D. Discord Tech. It's going to redirect. That's actually going to redirect, offer me to join the group. And it might even tell the group, Chad just joined. Look, Chad pinned a message. But getting ready to make some content. Okay, reactjslive.com site. Updating our new Electron React app. That I have next. Hey, my name's Chad. Thanks for joining React.js Live, where today we're going to look at our Electron app that's running React and try to migrate away from a jQuery JavaScript implementation that's basically a marketing tool that I'm using to help promote our channel across Facebook and get more viewership there. So I also plan to make a short video on how to make a React app from scratch. We did do that. We actually did that live, where in OBS I clicked start recording, made the video locally, then I uploaded it, and let's see if that's done publishing. Why is that frozen? Let's take a look. It's probably mad at me. Did all of our bandwidth just drop? Come on. Let's set it to public. Publish now, public. I guess they don't want people looking at it while it's not yet done encoding, but I don't care. Let's save that. Why is it set to schedule? Whatever. Okay, but it's still pushing. That's almost there. Publish now. Okay, we'll come back to that. We looked at analytics. We double checked our all over the board Discord goals for the day. Let me go back to Discord. Somebody's saying something. Restream. Restream's got an update. Big whoop-de-doo. Okay, so then there's my personal stuff. Some areas I need to get stronger at are hooks, use state, and effect. So of course I'm gonna Google hooks, use state, and use effect, or just like the new hooks way of doing use state and use effect. Those are very important hooks, okay? And let's just get some content going around that because I hate saying I'm going to talk about something and then I don't talk about it. So use state and use effect. Explain use state. I did it wrong. Use state React.js. Okay, use state is an example built in React hook that lets you use state in your functional components. This was not possible before React 16.7. The use state function is a built-in hook that can be imported from the React package. It allows you to add state to your functional components. Okay, that's great. And for all of us learning, let's just be sure before we go talking about what we don't know, what is a functional component? React.js. A functional component is just a plain JavaScript function which accepts props as an argument and returns a React element. A class component requires you to extend from React component and create a render function which returns a React element. So that's a little bit different, functional versus class. So I'm going to make a note here that the title of that is enough of what we're talking about today. And then also the thing I looked earlier at was, whoops-a-daisy, was explain use state React.js. And that one's on Stack Overflow. So I'm going to grab that URL too. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring those over to our Facebook group, which I have running here. And let's go ahead and schedule that. And say, I Googled more info about use state in React, and this was the first on Google. It had a good overview. Enjoy. Don't forget to smash that like button. Then we're gonna go schedule that puppy, and it's off into the races because we don't want to bombard everybody. So let's see. Chase. Chase liked that one. So Chase Rayner is a guy, I bring him up a lot on the groups, but search engine optimization is a type of marketing. It's not the type of like buying ads and just putting everybody to your site. But I wanted to pick up on SEO. I ran across him. He goes live. Now I go live. I basically was on his show the other day and I was like, dude, he was drinking beers live on his show. I don't drink, but he had me come on. There was some other really important industry titans and some knowledgeable folks on there, a gamut of folks in his panel. And we started talking about a website that I was going to build, and that's reactjslive.com now. But at the moment of his video, excuse me while I duck a fly that came in from our yard. Get out of here, fly. You can't be live. Chase is a really inspirational dude for going live and basically not giving an F. I mean, he really does not care. So, I mean, he does, but he likes to work. He's put so many hours in live, plus produced video content, that he's not going to lose sleep if he kind of messes up or something breaks. He's just used to being on the camera. And so in a way, he's been my mentor. And I saw, like, we're Facebook friends now, and he liked on Ty Lopez, so I did a little screenshot. So anyways, that's a plug to Chase Rayner. He's now moved into more doing more of SEO audits, and that's one of the things that I've got on my plate is that with the reactjslive.com website, which I have here inside this web view that's inside of this Electron React app that we're going to be working on a little bit today. I've got literally this basic Next.js site that I generated that you get out of the box, and it's hosted up on Zeet for free, whoop-de-doo, with SSL, and it's a fast website. It's getting 92. So one of the things that I talked about doing on today's thing was to maybe look at compression, and if that's not on there, I do want to do that. But I'm getting good at just babbling and maybe putting some good tips. So maybe that's going to add viewership. Maybe people will stick around. I really don't know. And in the spirit of Chase Rayner, who's still alive and kicking, so I didn't mean to say it like in the spirit of, I'm just going to just keep giving out tidbits and do whatever feels right about now. So functional versus class components, that's something else that can end up under our units over here in the group in facebook.com/group/reactjslive. Go ahead and smash that join button and contribute. This one seems like a good one, so I'm going to note that and say this was also part of a learning path on today's live. Very long and very unproduced. Some would even say wordy. Go live. Smiley face. Whatever. I'll take that out. On today's live post on YouTube. And then I'll also plug that so everybody can know to go there and smash that like button, youtube.com/c/reactjslive. I'm just going to drill it all in your head so that when you guys are like sitting there just trying to concentrate and watch a movie, you'll be thinking React.js Live, React.js Live, React.js Live. And let's push this puppy for a schedule, but let's push it out like maybe a little bit later, 3 p.m. So that'll come out in a couple hours. That way we're not flooding everybody with posts just from our group. Vue.js Live, that's a post. Commented. Okay. Country boy. Scott, you're not getting that one. Oklahoma real estate. Let me let this guy in. I got a real estate market. Oh, he's in. Someone else let him in. Cool. What's going on under here? Yep. Thanks, Yannick. This one I need to watch. I love how you better like on my live feed too. Come on, man. Yannick, you're a cool dude. Thanks, bro. Okay, so where are we at next? Is YouTube done with our upload? Looks like they might be. Publish now. Let's go in there and see if there's a publish button or something. I don't know what this scheduled crap is all about. Come on. Are you done? It's picking a thumbnail. I like the one where it's like, huh? Maybe this one. Yeah, looks good. Cool. Publish. It's set to private. Why not? Public, dude. What am I doing wrong? It's still not done? Maybe I can't publish while I'm live? That can't be right. Maybe they're not down with that kind of stuff. Publish now. Schedule. Publish as public 12 a.m. tomorrow. Good Lord. Done. Boom. I just was missing it. My laptop's in my view. Alrighty then. And now we've got this video. And please don't put like some commercial. Hey, that came out. That streamed pretty nice. I'm gonna like it because I like it. Okay, I'm gonna send this over to our Discord group and say, at Hassan made a really basic how to make a React app video, and soon I'll make one with Next.js and show you how to make a basic site with navigation, etc. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like it, and if you do, and that's that. So let's put that. Boom. Unknown JPG. What kind of stuff is that? Cut that. Enough of that. Back over here. And that, my friends, is how you do that. And then I guess, like, just to get in the habit of it, I'm going to go to DevTO and I'm going to write a post. I was working on one called jQuery is not dead, just to get like clickbait and talk about the install base of it all. But I'll come back to that. Can I write a new post, or will they allow me to? New changes, preview, whatever. Let me clear this. Are you sure you want to revert the previous state? Let's just call this one. I feel bad because someone already has the title, Building Your First React Website. So, creating a React site. Boom. What would you type if you're out on Google? Create a React site. How to make a React site. How to make a React website. Did you type website? I don't know. Published? Not yet. Description. In this video, okay. Creating a React site is easy. Just follow this video's steps. Tags React.js. Create React app. Beginner React. And then there's a way to embed video in dev.to post, dev.to. I can just put the link, but they have an embed tag, and I don't know where it is. But I'm going to say, okay, guys, hey, everyone, we had a member from our React.js Live groups on Discord ask for a basic example on how to create a React site. In this video, we actually Google building your first React website, and it brought us to a really great starter article where we followed the directions. That post is here. Much appreciation with full attribution. Okay, so then we go and we'll Google that. Boom. I'm just going to say boom, boom. And we'll get that URL. And we'll take that nice SEO link juice, and then we'll say there's that link. And then we're going to say, watch the live created video here on our React.js Live channel. Let's say YouTube, on our YouTube. Don't forget to smash that like button. And you can also join our, I gotta learn to type faster. You can join our React.js Live world groups here at these links. Facebook, https facebook.com/groups/ you'll never guess. Also, Discord invite. https tinyurl.com/discord tech. Okay, so thanks for checking out the video, and there will be a follow-up video soon, making the entire site with navigation, footer, and content. Cheers. Okay. Been meaning to do that, but I want to know how to embed the video. So how to embed a video YouTube in dev.to. Lazy load embed YouTube videos. Negative. How to play to editor guide. Dev.to. Front. Okay, let's see. YouTube. Boom, boom, boom. Vimeo. For real. Okay, boom, 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 boom. We are doing this live. In this video, we actually Googled building your first React and it brought us to a really great start article where you follow directions. That post is here. Watch the live created video here on YouTube, React.js live channel. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, Dizzle. Okay. Boom. So now we need the actual video URL that we posted, and luckily I already closed it, I guess. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be this. Everything between that ampersand. I think that's it. Let's go to share and just be sure, sharey. I guess it's going to be that, just like we said. I'm going to get this stuff right one of these days, you guys. Going global with this. So now that we have the URL, we're going to put that right there. And paste that. And save changes. And not the greatest article, unpublished post. The URL is public, but non-secret. There's the video. There's the groups. There's my profile. I think we're going to go back to dashboard. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. What did it say? Click to edit. Duh. Okay, save changes. Unpublished. This year's public but secret to share. Trying to just click edit. How do I publish it? Oh, duh. Set it to true. And save. How to make a React website. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I also live made this dev.to article. Good times. Yeah, buddy. Now it could have been a better video, right? Because it was just like running the create React website, make like a little change here and there. Next time we got to redo it. Maybe I'll like a two-part it, or I'll update this article. But I'm also gonna, maybe this isn't the nicest thing to do, but like they actually changed some stuff. They put a photo in there. I'm gonna say, hey, at next.tech, thank you. This post showed right up on Google search. Today, a member of our React JS Live groups. Asked for just a basic example. So I live created using your post as an example. So appreciative. You can see the post here. Okie doke. Let's hope we don't get anybody mad at us. And submit. So then now that's an internal link. It's going to get screen scraped and crawled. It might help our link juice. It might help something, but it's better than nothing, right? Like you got to make content, you got to push it out. And now we're part of that little ecosystem, and we'll see if that page actually ranks. But because this dev.to is an authority, it's very probable that, let's go to our article, that how to make a React website, if you search Google, that it might start to pop up, like that one's popping up there, but we might end up starting to rank. Our post could use a little more content, but it does have a YouTube video. All right, so going back to here, what were we trying to do? I made a really basic, some areas I need to get stronger at are hooks, use state, and use effect. I'm not going to dive into that right this second because I got those articles to read later that we put up on the group, and other videos coming soon will be JavaScript basics, loops, strings, and arrays, probably focused on ES6 and closures, of course, and the good old module pattern. So just generating that content. So I have no idea how long we've been live, but it has been a while and I'm starting to get hungry. So I think the game plan is going to be to let Bear back in because I hear him outside clanging his bowl. And then when I make a little food, I'm going to get that started. And then we're going to tackle reactjslive.com site. Maybe not so much, but definitely the Electron app. And to kind of tune you guys into what that's going to look like, basically it's running right here. This is an Electron app running a React application inside of it. And then, of course, I've got the welcome to reactjslive.com site here. But I really want to bring over, let me go see if I can find it. Where was it, man? Everything is called React. Hello React, create basic React. Electron React? I think that's what we're already running. What was it called? Was it this one? Yeah, this looks about right. Open command prompt. Just feeling lazy, I'm getting hungry. Let's ls that, dir that. I think I see yarn in there, so let's go yarn start. Oh, there shouldn't be a React app in there. That's not going to be the right one. Let's just close this bad boy. I'm trying to find the one that has my marketing app in it. And I don't think it's Electron React. Let's get our bearing straight. This one's called React app, but it was, God, I got to spend some time and rename all these dang things. We don't need that anymore. Create basic React app. Didn't even use that. Don't want this. Cleaning up windows. Don't need that. I can almost go to my GitHub and just see. I initially had made it. Electron was create React app. That's not us. Wish I could sort by like a better sorter, like React Live Electron. That's going to be it. Opening command prompt. I'm going to have to dump this one soon. React Live Electron. It's not even React. npm start. Yeah. There it is. So this is now quote unquote legacy. It's using jQuery, some sort of a Canvas library. And it's kind of hard to see with my big photo in the way. So let me get my big video out the way. And let's bring this guy a little bit bigger. So this is cross-platform Electron. I love Electron. If you're out there doing Electron, then good for you, because it's a cool place to work. I know it's not perfect. Sometimes there's things, the documentation is a little bit deeper, maybe not a lot of example code. Sometimes it can be a little bit troublesome, but there's a lot you can do. But you can see that sometimes I want to write a post, and this is a really basic grid in jQuery where you can drag these things around, and it dynamically is building me a web view. I don't know if I need all that functionality, but as mentioned, I could do something like HTTPS, react.jslive.com, click add site, and it's going to dynamically add to the JSON. And I get basically this site in here. I don't know why it's got a gray background. That's beautiful. And there you go. So probably because it's not assigned and it's just picking up the style from its outer parent. Oh, it's literally invisible because this thing's a gray box. That's funny. So there it is. Added that. But this, I use this primarily for like promo marketing, like when we go live and we're doing live code conversations. So this new thing we made the other day, this is an Electron app running React, and this is an Electron app running jQuery stuff. And I would like to go find a replacement solution in React that does this sort of like dashboard deal, or I'll just find a really hacky way to read a JSON file and start to repeat and start like basically across the screen repeat these web views in a certain size. Very hard coded sounding. I don't like that. I would rather find something that's like equivalent to the library that I used in jQuery. So if you kind of look at the README for, where is it? Let's go open that and I'll show you what I mean. It was called React Live. What was it? React.js Live Electron. React.js Live Electron. Open in Visual Studio Code. You'll see that I'm using a library. I still have a hard time saying that. Library. I'm using a library called, please stand by as I scroll, GridStack. I think that's what it's called. So if we go out to Google, and this is why I say that like jQuery, even though it's becoming quote unquote legacy, it's going to be really hard for me to see it totally die, because if you look for GridStack, there's so much functionality out there that I know React has stuff like this. I've been looking around, but like the ease of throwing this in and using this was pretty straightforward. And I just really liked that. And I was like building a dashboard where essentially I can put in URLs to web views and save myself time rather than going in a browser and going Google Groups and going to every group manually and inviting people in. I just made this like Electron app that gives me this. And like as I mentioned before, these things are also movable. It kind of destroys the layout a little bit and pushes them down. It's not the perfect implementation. They have different examples. But like in today's live show, when I get back from lunch, which I'm going to go prepare right now, it's going to be tacos in case you were wondering. I'm going to find an alternate replacement for this thing called GridStack. And then we're going to shoehorn it into our Electron React app. And then I can migrate and be doing more Electron/React stuff. Of course, we could do this with Vue or Angular. I just don't know those as well. And maybe that's for a later video. So in the meantime, I'm going to go to intermission. I'm going to leave this thing streaming. I'm going to do my hand like the dude from the Matrix. So, and I'm going to play one of our past videos that has gotten tons and tons of love. So let's go over to YouTube. And again, I need your help to put more watch time behind what we're doing. You go to YouTube, your channel. That's what I do. And then I click on play all. And not the live one here. Let's skip that. So corny. Come on, guys, smash that like button. Let's see how it went. I probably said a couple things in there that weren't 100% accurate, so just take it for a grain of salt. But let's move past this. Let's go to one of the videos that really got picked up by YouTube. Which one was it? Not this one. Where's all the Where's the one with all the views? I guess they stopped showing those after a while. There's not like a all videos. How do you go to all videos? Oh, go to videos. Can I get rid of this guy? Come on, Chad, leave it alone. This one, I can't believe this one's still climbing. There we go. Like, so some more basic React here. Well, no wonder like there's always food in your fridge when I come over. So my fingers are blue by the way because I not because I choked a Smurf, but because I tried to do a blue green screen back here. So it has improved my Zoom background, but not in OBS. But it's okay. So today's deal is we're all over the road. We got the notepad up. We're gonna do whatever we want, and we've got some topics to cover, and we want to be done by 11:15.
I could do 11:30 maybe.
Oh God, you got me hanging on with that gaslighting. It's like every
Oh,
last minute.
yeah,
I was
I
like,
might.
one more thing before we hang up. Okay, so far so good. We've got new subscribers coming on our React.js channel. It's over on YouTube. The tiny URL is tinyurl.com/learnreactjs. We've also got a ton of other channels: JavaScript, Node. We even have a Vue and an Angular. But primarily, just to kind of recap, Mario and I have been friends for years. He lets me talk and talk and talk, and he just rolls his eyes, and I know I got to shut up. But he's been a longtime developer who's been writing some cool code, and I helped him make some spaghetti JavaScript HTML code with some jQuery, and we're going to be converting it to React pretty soon. Maybe a little today and a little next time. What do you think about that, Mario?
I think I'm down for it. I also cleaned it up. You'd be proud of me. We got rid of all the extraneous code from the last session, and I got it up on the code sharing site Replit, but we're not locking into that. We're talking about some various collaborative coding tools out there, so we can learn a little quicker and keep it on the screen and keep people engaged instead of watching a couple of knuckleheads joke back and forth. So
blue knuckleheads.
fist bump.
No, yeah. Okay, so check it. So I can't remember the names off the top of my head, and that's a good intro. And that's why my colleague and friend says that your audio voice is so soothing. It's so wonderful. I think you're destined for greatness, and I'm going to come along with you, okay? So,
Yes.
code collaboration, I think it's Codio is one of them. And and then there's so like Codio, I can tell by the home screen this ain't the one I was ain't. This is not the one I was looking for.
Atta boy.
This ain't it. But I've been watching too much YouTube stuff. But there's another. If you type in like live React JS programming, got a link.
No, that was just me.
Okay, I was like, oh god, hold on, my mom's calling me. Uh, live JS React programming IDE. So we're working on a way to figure out how to be able to share both of our desktops at the same time. And apparently Zoom, which we're using now, says we can do that, but we weren't able to do it. Might require a reboot or we just missed something. But that's for future stuff. So for our 4 viewers out there, just stay tuned. It's going to get even better. So React IDE, here we go. Top 5 IDEs. If you get something on your end and you want me to screen share on your end, I'm definitely talking fast because we don't got a lot of time. WebStorm, ReactTide, top editors.
The bonus part that we got to make sure it has is real-time collaborative action.
Yeah, and that has not been something I've been able to find yet. Like what I have been able to find, I was just helping. Who was it? I was just helping someone with their code, and I put it on this live stream. And we'll find it right now. So if we type in like web-based React JS JavaScript, maybe a visual will show the IDE. They do look a lot like. Oh God, I'm bombing here. We're bombing. Let's close out the theme. Let's quit. Let's start over. Oh God.
Forget it. I'm out.
We're out. Okay, just like that one. Remember Airplane, the movie?
Yeah.
Nobody else will remember, just us. So okay, maybe I'll slow it down. There's one man where it's like, all right, what is it? Okay, web-based React JS IDE editor.
Collaborative.
Well, yeah, I don't believe that they have that yet. Like, okay, let's see what this is. Dang, this stupid page again. I mean,
Love that.
I know. Code Sandbox. Look at this bad boy. All right, so I think that this is the best one we have so far because we're going to be able to connect a GitHub to this account. Then you can probably make changes to it, and I can make changes to it. I'm not sure on that, but I do believe that it will keep separate sessions, and that's why when we get dual screen sharing, and I can put my blue hands up here and do dances with them, we're gonna be awesome. So notice that they've got like other start-offs for like raw JavaScript. Here's Vue, React is blue, vanilla JavaScript is beige, and red for Angular. Okay, so React. Let's go to React. So just a quick run through, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing, and Mario knows everything. So just go ahead and direct message him, all 4 of our users, and he's going to help you. If you need any free help, he'll come to your house and teach you hands-on. He just told me. He told me in direct chat. So, okay, joke's over. All serious time. Open React. So take a look at this, Mario. Notice like right here, this gave me a startup housing for React right here. Like we could have gone with plain vanilla JavaScript, and then notice over here I'm already connected with my GitHub.
I got you. And so I just went there, and just a heads up to folks, you'll need to log in with your GitHub. So if you don't have a GitHub account, get one, and it'll auto log you in. And just so I can follow along, Chad, I logged in, and which React did you choose out of the templates?
They just default. So like right now I'm defaulted. What I'd like to do is figure out how I can, since I'm logged in with GitHub, see if it's possible to open up a GitHub repo, like the Mario test that we have.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I have not yet seen that. And so now we kind of see the requirements what we want. The nice thing about this thing on the left is it's got a library where you can run an import. These are the problems that guys are having when they're like on our groups in Facebook and they're like, hey, I want to show, why is this not working on CodePen? Well, it's because you pasted a bunch of React code, but you can't do an import in CodePen properly on some of the stuff. Some of it you can.
That sounds like a beginner move like I'd make, so I feel their pain.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I blocked him. I made sure he never talked to me again. No.
Good.
No, I struggled with it too, and I was like, this code pen should work, and it didn't work out. And even I couldn't get the guy's code to compile with this, but I could at least get his libraries. I digress. He was working with old code, and like I said, I blocked him. So
that's cool.
he's
Well,
not.
I got your same screen open, so I can work, along with you as you go through this.
Well, I think we're talking collaboration here, so I want to be like, how can I bring in, like, why would we connect with GitHub if there's not a, like, I could fork this, but how do we, let's figure out how we can open a repo.
It's over on the side column, fourth icon down under
Beautiful. Here. So you need to own this, so I can fork a sandbox, but how do I, but I just don't, not seeing, I'm just not seeing how we could open one.
Ooh, look at that live icon down there at the very bottom on the left side. What's that all about?
Where? Live.
That
just means live. There's some fitness tips in there. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay, like herbs, spices, and lots of hydration. Okay.
It says I need to own this sandbox to open a live session to collaborate with others in real time. Fork this sandbox to live share with others. See, I told you it's just about eating right and being healthy.
Nice.
So
fork it.
Okay, yes, sir. All right. Oh, hello, Code Sandbox. We're live. Lettuces for breakfast.
Send me a link.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And anybody up? Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll get 2 keyboards next time, so I can type faster. Thank you, dude. My jokes are on today. Let's take a break. The guys over there in our 4-person viewer land. Feel free to go ahead and hit this link up. If you come on in and you're amazing, then you can have my job, which is amazing. I get to be live on Saturday, and you can talk to Mario. Okay, my last joke was better. Let's get you going over here. Mario, how am I going to share this? On Discord?
Yeah, why don't you send me that link on Discord, and let's see what I can see.
Are you doing like roundabout management? You're like, why don't you go ahead and...
Why don't you go ahead and, you know what would be great is if you could wake up at 7, be on live streaming at about 7:30 or 8 o'clock at the latest.
I shared it in our, yes, of course. I don't know why I got a shadow on my shoulder here. It's really ticking me off. This sun, I can't deal with it.
All right, let's see. I see the link. I'm clicking it.
There's a time check. We got exactly 50 minutes, Mario, so I'm going to need you to type 2 times faster.
Wow, I got it. I am seeing your items. Nice.
All right, well, so I don't know. Now the next thing with this IDE thing would be like, I know we could probably push it to GitHub, GoHub.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a way to fork it and save it. Like I could have swore I opened someone's repo on one of these things. There's another one out there that's good like this, and you can pull in repos. If this thing doesn't do repos, I say we use it for some learning, but we want to get to the Mario test repo, right? At some point.
Yeah, that'd be optimal, I think.
So we can export to zip. Help me out. You were so good on the last one. Deployment. Netlify. Dope.
Mm-hmm.
GitHub. Sign in. What the fuck? What the?
I think actually you should hit that little live button over there and go live, homie.
Well, I know. So like export your sandbox to GitHub repository name. What the hell? So I'm now logged into GitHub. I can create a repo. Code Sandbox client. Yep. All right. Maybe the best thing to do when we're going to get down to coding is do something other than just screw around here. What am I doing? Help me out. Where's our 4 users supposed to help us? Privacy, public, create a template. So we're in a sandbox. Click go live. I'm live. Sorry. Forgot to listen to you. Don't fire me. It says I'm live. How about I give you out that link? Your audio might have dropped. I don't hear you getting happy.
Oh no, I'm very excited. I'm sorry, I muted because I was busy choking on some coffee earlier.
I
Sorry.
need to hear heavy breathing to know that you're happy and alive. So,
Very heavy.
okay,
All right, let's click it.
yeah, what is it doing? Do you want to let me know when you want to share your screen so that I can just do bad jokes? But so far, this has been
So
going great. Yeah.
I clicked your live. Joining live session. It says now. So this is a plus. Now I'm in index. Now I wonder.
I see your text to Rooney. We're gonna be famous.
Look at this. This is what I'm all about, man. This is how I learned coding the best growing up. I had a buddy. He would ride shotgun with me next to me. He would tell me what to type. He would help corrections. It was killer. So.
And what happened to him? And what happened to that buddy?
He ended up getting successful working at Qualcomm for 20 years. Still there. Shout out to Eric Balch, my buddy.
Oh wow.
Much love.
Sounds like you like him better than me, so I'll deal with that after this, okay?
Yeah, I totally love him better than you.
I'm gonna call you. It's okay. I got other people. Don't worry. But
all right, let's make a button, dude.
What are we gonna make a button? Let's make a button. Okay. How about you screen share and I say no 2 clicks up and we'll live share because I can change it too, right?
No, you know what? Yeah, you can get in there and type. I start typing on my side. You keep your screen going here. You can jump on in and correct. You can capitalize and camel case stuff.
I forget.
Your heart's content.
I forget. Am I sharing or are you sharing?
Just keep it where you're at.
Okay.
Because I'm doing live stuff here.
All right, Captain.
Look at this.
Now that I'm your second favorite coding friend, I'm moving up. So we want to make a button? Is that a fact?
Let's just keep working here.
Well, I mean, okay, go for it. I don't ever want us to use var again though, so just it's got to be let or const, but it's okay.
Darn it, I got it mixed up. I'm sorry, I'm still learning. There was a discussion. Chad was pop quizzing the entire channel, and you should have seen the answers coming back. It's like, no, that doesn't work, and no, globals are bad, and no.
Yeah, globals are bad.
Only let. Yeah.
There might be this thing called React globals. I heard someone mention it. I'm not going to pretend like I know tons about React, but I did watch some videos, so I can say that.
You know what? Let's bang out simple button. How does that sound?
Okay, so watch my screen. Basically, if I was to fumble through it and just do it, there's something called button, and you go import button from, and then there's something like depends on like where we're getting it. If we're using a material design library or whatever. And again, I don't know React that well, so let's just go how to make a button in React, and then let's take a look, and then there's a bunch of stuff. Then so there's this thing called React Strap. So if we import React Strap, we'll be able to import the button the way they say to import it, and then we can use this button tag. It's a component, right? And then it has all these variants. So here's a button toolbar and a bunch of buttons, and this is using React Strap.
Hey, let me stop you right there real quick. I think what would benefit the entire channel as well as myself is if you save these URLs from your search results, just slap them in the Discord channel real quick as you go.
No way.
That way we've got resources to go back on them. How does that sound?
Well, I mean, it's just you're the one who condensed us to 50 minutes time, and now we got to take notes. I mean, what's next? Do I gotta wear a wig?
It's pretty unreasonable. I understand.
Do I gotta wear a wig?
You'd look good in a wig.
How about we just like digitally put one on? That'll be dope. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll make notes, but I'll tell you that you'll learn like the basics, and the basics are there's a thing called Bootstrap, and then when it comes to React, there's a thing called Bootstrap React, and then there's also this thing called React Strap, and it's a port of Bootstrap, and you've been getting experience with Bootstrap. It speeds up the UI development of certain UI components, okay? And just to make it even more confusing for those beginners out there, there's a thing called Material Design UI. So
that's me documenting.
I see you got it. So I'll definitely capture these URLs, but also know this is a live stream video, and I just expect our 4 users to play this 24 hours a day at their house. So
on the big screen.
I can tell you're
during
not
Thanksgiving.
Dude, exactly. I can tell they're not doing it too because I go and I watch the analytics and it's all my data. It's like
Hey, this is for us, man. We've made a big win today. Is that collaborative coding solutions? There's a lot of them out there, it looks like, and that's going to make learning way easier.
You know what I think will help the people on this end is keep track of who benefited this stuff the most today. So that's a +1 for me coming up with Code Sandbox. I did nothing to develop it. I Googled it. I love you, Mario. +1 for you getting us organized. We're going to have a scheduled time now. Let's get back to, thanks to you. You're like, pick a scheduled time weekly and please do that. So, dude, I'm wasting time. Let's see here. So if we wanted to settle on using React Strap, I wonder if there's a native button that's just raw React button. There has to be. So button in React, here's Material UI. So we looked a little bit, so that'll go into the URL too, and let me capture that, and because you're pretty much the boss now. So I'll be reporting to you.
Go ahead and get on that.
And here is another. Here, I won't even talk. I'll just paste it. There you go. So notice like Material UI, this is something I'm using in the Next.js framework. Next.js is for React, and it does server-side stuff too. It's a little more intense, but I dropped right in. If you've been developing for a longer period of time, or you want to drop right into professional stuff, I can recommend going React with Next.js and Material UI. It's a good model. I can talk with my hands. I'm having a good time. So here we have these buttons here. So you can take a look. Very similar to the concept as React Strap and Bootstrap is you've got styled UI components. So here's a primary, a default, a secondary, and we're really talking about theming at this point, Mario. And let's forget about our 4 users who are just probably making breakfast right now and not even listening to us. It's about you and me, okay? So like theming is an important part on the CSS side and on the HTML and JavaScript UI side. And when we go to do theming, Bootstrap historically has been the winner, where there's like it's a library of code, and in a way it's kind of a framework too, and it's very popular. So React came around as a component architecture using virtual DOM, not native JavaScript document object model manipulation. And I know that this is for beginners and for you too, but this is like riding a complex bike. You're going to hear these things a few times, and then you'll hear them again, and you'll realize, okay, that's the basics. Is that like jQuery and traditional DOM manipulation is considered one way. It's not a wrong way, but it can be considered a little less performant, and some would say it's the old way. Then you look at something like React or Vue, or I believe Angular too. They have, I don't know if Angular has a virtual DOM. Let's just say React and Vue do. They have a virtual DOM. So not to get too off on that tangent, but I want you to know as a developer who's getting into this space that when you have a tree of elements in your HTML and you use traditional DOM manipulation, you're directly modifying an HTML element, and it'll cause the browser to reshape the whole tree and re-render, which supposedly is expensive. Whereas if you're working with a virtual DOM, which is a copy of the shadow DOM, and you're using React, and you can basically modify one piece of the view, and it re-renders, and it's a lot less expensive as far as memory. So hope that helped. All right, so we've looked at some buttons. You can tell my coffee is just paying off dividends. So like, take a look at this component. So if we were to import Material UI right now, they have this set of buttons right here we could play with, and we just click that, and we have all the code, and we copy paste. That's one way. Here's another set of buttons that are maybe less code. That's like that right there. So with no further ado, I think I'm just gonna we can delete it, but I'm gonna go back over here. I got that session going, and we're gonna wanna import a library. It wasn't until I was this age that I learned that I can't say library very well. Library.
You're learning, man. Good for you, bro.
There's the library. So take a look at our source. We've got an index.js. That's always the entry point file. It's a JavaScript file, but when it gets compiled out and rendered to a browser, it's really your HTML file. And you can manipulate that too, and sometimes shoehorn in stuff that isn't React specific. But right now we're working with index.js, and that's what you're seeing there. And we've got an error right now. I think what happened to our dealio? Oh, my stupid import. Okay, let me get rid of
line
that.
4. You're still working on it.
Okay, so we're back to that. So right here we have dependencies, React, React DOM for manipulating the document object model, and then I guess this thing called React scripts. So if we want to add a dependency like Material UI, we would just go Material, I think it's UI like that. And then so it says React components that implement the Google's material design. And so let's just take that in for a minute and do a time check, because I'm never, I don't care how much fun you're having at 11:30, I'm going to drop you. I'm going to say, how dare you have a schedule and then have fun. I can't even see what time it is. It is 10:53. So we have plenty of time to do some cool shit. And we won't get demonetized for the SH word. So Material UI, I'm going to bring it in, boss. Feel free to interrupt me at any time. Now it's in. So in order to get, and then it recompiles. It's still good. But the thing is when we want to bring it in, notice, like let's say we wanted to bring, I can't see my hand. Let's say we wanted to bring in something not so built out, like this set of buttons right here. Maybe these little 3 guys are simple enough, yeah?
Sure.
Like, so we click on code, and it's going to show us the imports we have. We already have that one. I'm just going to hold my hand here because it's compelling. But we need these 3. Import this. There's import button. There's import some colors from the Material UI core colors theme set. So this is going to help us. I believe we use Sass with Material UI. This is kind of like using Bootstrap for its theming, but this is Material UI. This is Google's implementation. And when we write code, we're going to do it the Material UI way. And so you can go ahead and throw this on your resume right away, put expert next to it, and you'll be rich. Let's just do it. I'm going to take all this right here, and there'll probably be something else we need to import as a dependency, but let's see. And if none of this works, then we can always delete this video. So here we go. I'll look away. Oh, new. Could not find dependency Material UI core. So we're going to go to add dependencies. We're going to search for Material UI/core. And there she is. And we'll click on her. And then it recompiles. And white screen. So nice. Yeah, dude. No error, no nothing.
Nothing.
What the hell, man? So a rookie move would be to start crying right now. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Be right back. I got to start crying. I cut the feed.
You did cut the feed. Wow. Nothing could go worse. Oh, you're back. Okay, good.
Okay.
I was like, shoot, as if one part of the pressure wasn't enough. So don't you love these buttons? These are amazing. All right. Maybe I got to save. Oh, it just cut.
What?
Hey, what are you doing over there, dude?
Nothing, homie.
Are you clicking on something?
Nah.
All right. Well, it bailed on us. It
What?
did you see all those?
Hang on. Okay, I just Control Z'd for fun. That brought it back. Nice. What?
You know what? All right, one more time. I was hitting Control S to save because I see this little dot and it seems like it's not saved.
Wait, I'll save it on my side. Okay, I just saved now.
That's weird. All right, I have no idea why this is not rendering. It's probably something to do with we have return. Maybe it's our version of React, and maybe there needs to be a render, because let's take a look. Okay, import React. Where's our imports? Let me go back. I think we lost something there. So we might switch over to trying out, just in the interest of making something work. We might go back over and try React Bootstrap, but let me get this material design code. And stuff like this when you're live, it's always like, oh, if I was just being careful and paying attention, I would have seen what happened.
Nah. Again, this is real. I'll take real over staged perfection any day. Makes people more engendered, in the struggle. Oh, these two guys don't know exactly what's going on too, so I feel better.
Well, I just mean more the concentration of it. Why can't I save, dude?
Wow, that's nuts. Can you Control Z on your side? Yeah, there you go.
Okay, will you save, please?
Yeah. Okie dokie. There we go.
All right, I'll just reload my screen and see like why are we getting a white screen. Again, it's probably and this is why like we're still learning this web-based IDE, but if we were to do this on local, this stuff, you can debug a lot better, or maybe I could just learn this IDE better. But like, let's see what's going on with React. What version we have? 16.6. It looks like it keeps peeling out our imports. Oh, no, it's just formatting it different. Okay, my bad. They're right there. All right, let's back it up and see what used to work. Can you?
If you go to inspect and check out the console, it'll show a few errors in there.
Okay, good. And there should be, well, right here under console, we got 0.
Well, I right-clicked on the white area and did inspect like normal.
Yeah, the console errors you're going to see sometimes are from the actual company that's serving us. Okay.
Function sandwich.
What is this? React version not specified. You just cleared my console. It re-rendered. You left a live session.
Oh, I just refreshed.
So yeah, there is an error. It says the React version is not specified in the ESLint plugin settings. And that's from GitHub, Vanacker, ESLint. And I don't know if that error would really be a blocking error that blows up our screen. So what I want you to do is, can you Control Z this back to when it was still rendering?
Let's see. Oh, you know what? No, we can't because I refreshed, buddy.
All right. So we want that boilerplate code that was there, and we want to just like go back from scratch because we're not getting. I just want to see the exports. Export default function, customize buttons, return. It should just return this stuff. So, like on my screen right here, if I say stuff, we should see something render. And we got 5 problems. Theme provider is defined but never used. Bootstrap button is assigned but value never used.
Those are warnings, but nothing, like you said, nothing a showstopper.
Yeah, we're just not getting, this IDE is just not, okay, it's not even returning stuff. Let me get rid of all this. Import React from React. I wonder if they needed the DOM. All right, in another window, I'm going to start another boilerplate and bring it back over, and then we'll try again.
That's what it's all about, half the dev work.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, for sure. But, we could pull this off just figuring out our VS, what's it called, Live? It's called VS Code Live. And we could connect to GitHub, and we could use our IDEs just the same and have a much stronger control over our code. So, I don't know. This Live Sandbox, I know I'm a rookie, but let me get create a sandbox for React. Here it comes. Here comes your copy and paste. See, it looks to me like they're using react-dom.render/app/root element, and I think that's what we were missing. That's what we were missing. So you see my screen?
Yep.
So it seems to me that our app was fine, but my rookiness was like, hey, dude, you're not even writing back to index, which is this thing called app. You just brought in something as a component. So this is the const root element. Here's our function and our return. And notice they do function and return. Here's our return. So let me back this up. Okay, so now we're back in the game with no errors. But then over here, these guys do const root element equals that. And then the top is that. If I say that one more time, I'm going to just jump out the window here. Let's go like this. And just bear with me. There's that closing brace, and then there's the function app return right there. And here's, instead of doing this export, we're going to do function app return, and then maybe move this right there. And damn, that failed hard. And then kill that. And why is that not working? It seems like that should have worked. Let me pull this out and see if it gets happy. We're close. Doesn't
nice.
like that. I think it has something to do, or maybe React DOM is not defined. Yep, okay. So then back over here, we have React DOM. So for its output, and we'll go put that up at the top. And then then everybody's getting happy, but then it's mad about the classes. So I'm gonna I shouldn't have deleted that crap. Do you think if I start swearing, things will get better?
It usually helps for me.
Okay, I've moved back to that. Let's pause real quick and get the React DOM stuff brought in.
Do it. Do it.
This high-tech crap. Syntax error, unexpected token. So probably I just have a extra plextra read all about it. So there's my return, and then there's that closing return. It doesn't like that.
Right after the last div, there's that extra line 99. There's a closing parenthesis with no matching open one, or the matching one is for return. Gotcha.
Right. So let me just look right here. So if we brought this over here, let me just carefully. It's cool. There's just a syntax errors. Okay, someone from the Node channel just finished lunch. Whew, I was hungrier than I thought. Someone from the Node channel is having an API issue with sending mail, and I'm finding it kind of interesting to check out. So we'll see if I can figure it out quickly on one end, but I do want to get back to work on what was planned. Let's check around on some of the sites and see if we've gotten any. We got one bell. We actually got 4 hearts and a pony. Is that for real? This is why I like DevTO, guys. Guys. This is why I like DevTO, because where else can you get 4 likes? On Facebook, you have to like try super hard, but on DevTO, you get 4 hearts. What is this? Reading list? I guess not. And 1 unicorn. Let's double check this bad boy. Hey there, welcome to React.js Live, where we do all sorts of React technology. We've got a Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/React.js Live. We've also got a YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/React.js Live. And we've got a new website that we're working through with an SEO series using Next.js. Guess what the domain is? It's reactjslive.com. So welcome today. We're going to be doing a short video for once, because I love to talk and I love making all types of videos. We're going to do building your first React website. We had a member come in and ask us live yesterday, I think it was, and say, hey, can you just do the basic walkthrough? And we're live streaming, but I'm also recording locally, and then we're going to stop that local record and try to bring that video up and finish out creating an article on dev.to, which is a community that I really like. So let's stay focused. And basically, let's kick it off and say, look, you want to make a React website? You're going to go Google it, and then it's going to say building, I don't know, your first React website. You can see it there. I already typed that, and guess who's going to pop up at the top? It's going to be dev.to, building your first React website. So there it is. Now, you can go through this. It's got some great info. It's got the commands that you run. Literally, to build a website, you basically use the command line interface called Create React App, and it's going to pull down everything you need to do the scaffolding that you need, and get you set up, and even give you a little local web server, and you can run it all localhost. To host your website, you can do things like if you do a Next.js app, it's a framework that's for React, which I've been doing a lot lately. You can use the command line interface that comes with that and push it straight to Zit. Or you can do this Create React app and push it straight to Netlify. With all that said, you can also host the same compilation over on GitHub, which is where I do a lot of my static sites. If you need Node.js and you want to run like the actual server side of Node with your application, you may want to look at something like Zit, or I think I got to check Netlify. I don't know. But let's stay focused. Today's, I'm still figuring out the angle. Today's demo is creating a React website. So easy to do, right? So we can say, here's viewing the site, you CD to it, you do npm start, the Node package manager kicks it off. You can edit the source code that comes with it. A lot of times in the demos that I like to do, I go grab the SVG off my chadcollins.com site, and I The paste that
audio's
in.
not too bad.
Depending on the build, sometimes it gets mad at the way my SVG has inline styling inside the code, and I have to use some sort of a tag to help that render. We're just going to keep it simple. And here's the React component. Here they show the demo of it. And then basically you have a home page. The final app.js should look like this. So we'll actually go through this, but let's just start off at the very basics, which frankly, I hope this helps who just joined and asked me yesterday, can you show us the basics from the beginning? It's just like that. Google building your first React website. You'll run into the dev.to article. There's so many ways to get this started. There's also some interesting conversation about the use of npx, which, the installed create React app command more or less doesn't need to be updated. Because I think when you do an npx, it's going to always grab the latest. So if I already have it, I think I can still run it. Look at that. I got some commands, some speed of the CLI. I don't know if any of that's helpful. It's just commentary. So we're going to follow this tutorial and finally do it. I've gone over to GitHub and I've created a new repo. And from that repo, I did checkout with GitHub Desktop. If you're not very technical, or you like to save time, or you like using GUIs, which I like to do, you can then set it up in Desktop and then open it directly in Visual Studio, which I'm now Visual Studio Code, which I have to recommend very highly. It's also built in Electron, so check out our other groups and our other videos where we're going to do Electron with React. That's something that we got going on now. But take a look at Create Basic React App. It's empty. So now that I've got this empty little repo here, I'm going to pull up the terminal and I'm going to read what they say right here, which is all I need to do is run npx create react app hello react app. So what that's going to do is actually that's going to, and this is where I kind of make a mistake sometimes, guys, is that locally I'm going to want to run this and then it creates a directory, and then I'm going to want to tell, my GitHub tool or use GitHub locally and say, hey, this is a new repo. I want to add these files. I want to add this I want to connect it to my GitHub. So let's go ahead and see if we can't not confuse people and just follow the directions here. So this one's going to be called Hello React. And forget everything I said about I already set up a GitHub. Let's just pretend I didn't do that. I actually did. But I'm just going to follow these directions. So npx create react app hello react. And I'm going to start up a command line, and I'm going to actually traverse to where I want to put this. So I think if I recall, my Windows, I can just go to my GitHub directory. I think I have it up a couple directories. Yep. And then I think it's mkdir, and I'm going to call it hello. I can't even type. Hello React. And then I'm going to cd to hello React. And then inside of here, we're now going to create this command, npx create react app hello React. It's going to put it in the subdirectory, right? So what was it? npx create react app, and then you name what you want your application to be. It's going to be the folder. It's going to create a package.json with the title of the app, I believe. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to call it hello React per the documentation and click enter. Now it's going to go out and it's going to do a bunch of magic, and this gives me a chance to sort of tell bad jokes or play some audio file with some applause. So let's go get that file and look for the applause audio. It's right there, ready to go. And for all you guys out there, I just want to say thank you for your applause. Really, really appreciate it. I've got the audio turned down, so, just the visual cheering is cool. But you can kind of see that it takes a little bit of a build. And let's minimize that. And it's almost done. This is worthy of another sip of coffee while we wait. I am proud to tell you a little bit about myself that I gave up white sugar about 2 months ago. So I had to get into drinking coffee with no sugar. And I can't say that I've become a connoisseur of just plain coffee, but I got used to it. So that's interesting. I basically use it when I need to get a little bit of a pick-me-up, get a little more focus. They say that you can get a little bit of an IQ boost when you drink coffee, 2 to 4 points. And we really want to stay focused here and not start yawning because it can be so boring watching pound signs go across the screen. But back over to the article, while that's finishing up, This guy right here, tools like this, dev.to, great place to make friends and to read tons of things about React. And it looks like it says it's success. It created the React app. Like I said, lately I've been creating my React apps with Next.js, has a CLI, which is for server-side rendering. This isn't going to give us that. Maybe I got to check in. Maybe by the time you watch this video, that won't be the case. But you can do a start right away. But you also, I can't remember if you need to do we can just do yarn start. We might get an error, but we might need to do an npm install. But let's say yarn start. Couldn't find the package.json. I need to actually cd, to hello React. And then let's try that yarn start. And it's going to go ahead and start the local web server there. I think that's the one that comes with Webpack. I'm pretty sure it is. It says something else is running on port 3000. Of course it is. I click yes. It's going to run it on 3001. And then what we're going to see is our React app. So I'll probably end the video there and maybe go over the article a little bit, maybe make one change. Maybe I'll add it to GitHub so someone can understand what they do there. But look at that. Edit src app.js and save to reload. Learn React. They got a little link in there. So it looks like they've updated their banner page. That's pretty cool. So, okay, I'll make a quick little change. But what I'm going to do for those GitHub users, for the folks that are kind of learning or they're a little bit of time savers, is I'll bring over the GitHub desktop app, wherever the heck that is, right there. And then I'm going to go File, Add a local repository. If I say, no, it's not a repo yet. If I say New Repo, I'm going to call this one Hello React. And I want to look for it. It's going to be actually choose over my GitHub dir. And then it's going to be here, Hello React, a little redundant, and select folder. This directory appears to be a Git repository. Would you like to add this repository instead? My bad. That's a yes. And click Add Repository. And so now it's connected, and now I can publish it, and it's going to go up to my Rather Be Surfing on GitHub, and everybody's going to have that magic up there for this very basic app. And so now it's tied in with source. And we just kind of wait for it to push. And if everything went good, we should see it up here on my GitHub, which is Rather Be Surfing / it's going to be hello. Can't see, is that it? Yep, React. I think that was it. And it's real TV, real live. Video's getting a little bit long, but now I've got the README and the SRC folder and the public folder, and there's the basics. Some assets are going to stick in your public, and some are going to go in source for compilation for when you go to bundle for live. You'll figure some of that out as you go. But here we got the Hello React over in. Now that we've got everything kind of dialed in, we can go open it in Visual Studio Code. It's going to give us a nice directory listing on the right there, and we can kind of see the files. Notice that my node modules directory is there. We don't really want to check those in. That's why it's grayed out and it's going to be ignored. It's probably listed in the git ignore. Let's hope that it is. I don't see the node module. Yep, there it is, line 4. So it won't end up in source control. So for you new folks out there, I can understand where you're coming from. I had to figure it out on my own back in the days too. The git ignore file makes it so you just put the source code and the references to the modules and libraries and code that you need. So that way, when another developer comes on the team, checks out the stuff, they get everything built locally. We're not passing around a bunch of redundant things like the build for node modules. There's some other things ignored here too, but let's go back and let's actually make a file. So in the public, we have this favicon. We have an index.html that has like the static stuff in here. So we're going to call it, instead of React app, we're going to call it Hello React app. You need to enable JavaScript. Shows up if the browser's not running it, so that's some default stuff. So I'm going to make that change. You got some logos in here, some PNGs, and then you've got the robots file, some stuff that comes with it. But in here we've got our app CSS, and that's the basics that kind of come with it. And you can modify this. You've also got app.js, which is basically like the main loader application file. You can do a lot of imports there. Kind of tells it where the global stuff is going to be, like the logo, where the CSS is referenced. Up there, we just looked at that file. It even comes with tests. So that's kind of neat. So it renders without crashing. Const div, document create element div. React DOM render app, and unmount component at node. So that's going to basically give you your first little test using some of the keywords there, the action statements. So let's take a look at the index. What do we got? Index.js. So this is like another file which is in its own way is also a main file, and it allows you to also do certain imports that are more app specific, almost like a main.js, like in some application systems like main, like in PHP you might have a theme like a WordPress app, and you'll want to have a main. Uh, it depends on how you're approaching it. Like with like create React apps with Next, you may want to set up like a reference to importing your layout.js and really kind of utilize that more too. But let's keep it simple with index.js. It's got some, some service worker references here. You got reference to CSS. It brings in this global stuff. And like, let's say that we wanted to make a change to what they had there. We're gonna look for where is it that they first mentioned. Let's run the app. Here it's hello React app. Edit SRC to save and reload. Let's find out where that is, and we'll take a look. And then we're gonna close out this video, and I'm gonna publish it. So paste that and see where that is. No results found. Now that's something coming. Where is that coming out? Now, edit SRC. What does this learn React? Let's see where that's coming from. Hopefully that's looking in the right directory. That's coming out of the README, and it's also in app.js. My bad. So there's the link. Interesting that it says edit src app.js and save to reload. So you'll get hot reloading, telling us to edit the app.js file. Okie dokie. Oh, it's right there. Duh. I looked for the plain string, but they have the code tags around it. So if we were to change this to, hello React app and click save, you're going to get hot reloading, and it just basically does hello React app right there. And then if you want to learn hello React, maybe I can go grab the hello React GitHub file. Reference to the repo, and of course you can change that stuff too. So there's a lot more to React than just doing these small little changes, but you'll have an environment to start. And I've been a big fan of Next.js lately, so you'll see more stuff that I'm building soon with that. So that's the basics. I'm going to go ahead and GitHub push that. Again, if you're a beginner and you wanted to know, it's good to be really descriptive with your GitHub pushes. Especially when you create new files or make some people say commit often. So I'm going to say make a change to the initial CRA, create React app build, small change in app.js to content for demo, whatever. Commit that and push that to origin. Now that'll go up, and that's going to be at that URL. So guys, thanks for coming by. I'll probably create React app and create a Next app and create a Gatsby app quite a few times, because we do have a lot of folks that come in as beginners into our React Facebook group. It's called React.js Live. And we also have more senior developers. I've been developing a long time, but I'm still learning React. I feel like I know a lot, but then there's some things I just need to get my hands on and get sharper with. So personally, I'm at a place now after using React for about a year, but not like coding it a year straight, but just kind of messing with it and learning more and talking about it. I'm going to get stronger with hooks. I've looked at some of the more advanced stuff like suspense. That's not even official yet. Abramov did a great video about it. So thanks for coming by and seeing the basics. If you have questions, you can go to tinyurl.com/discordtech, and it'll redirect you to our Discord group. That's for all of the technology groups we have on Facebook. And be sure to go over to youtube.com/c/reactjs live and smash that like button. And thanks for coming by. Appreciate you very much. Okay, guys, I forgot I was live. I'm sitting here typing with someone from our Node.js group who has an issue with sent node mailer and his host, and I don't want to leave him hanging, but I do want to get back to doing some React dev. So I think I'm gonna close out this video for now and look to go live in a few more minutes and actually work on the React Electron app. Let me bring this. Okay, my video is good. I must have just been sitting there just staring like I'm sitting here reading the. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, yeah, this video probably needs to be cut off the platform. But it was all about creating content. We made some stuff. It's been amazing. But yeah, I'm like over here supporting a node mailer issue. It might even be host related. But on the Node.js side, if you got questions, go to the Discord app. I want to thank everybody who sat through and watched any minutes of our stream. We really need to put some videos and some content out there to our React.js Live YouTube channel. I'm so happy to see that it's getting some eyeballs over here on DevTO. And with all of that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and click stop streaming and then come back. And I seriously blanked out on that one there. But like, if you take a look at what's coming up on the DevTO, it will be the React.js with Electron and migrating some stuff from jQuery and HTML, picking a new framework internally in React that allows us to do drag and drop, and then embedding the web view dynamically through a JSON sort of data structure, which basically just be the URL of many different groups that we want to promote on. So it's kind of a marketing application. I should probably rename it that soon. But yeah, it's up here on the screen in case you guys want to see. This is what we'll be refactoring to React. Is just this ugly thing, and I'd like to lay it out a little bit better than what we have there. So thanks again, guys. Smash that like button, and like, it's the early days of the channel. Lots more to come. It'll be a lot better soon. Appreciate you.